Mic
Oh
check.
shit!
Mic
No,
mic check.
we did this already. It's it.
Yes.
Yeah, it works. It works. We're live.
Yes. Mic works. Podcast is live. It's spooky season. Don't ask me to do anything else but this right here. I'm copying off that TikTok. That TikTok. Okay. So we're here. We're live. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter like liking it and sharing. I'm like, holy shit, brand new people. I'm like, oh, okay, we're catching on. I like that. So hopefully they are able to join us and say something in the chat so I can shout them out.
New background. Nice
new
little.
new new background, and you see how this was unintentionally, but like our pictures are behind
Super
us.
unintentional. I had a
It's
good friend of ours, a good DOF buddy of ours, Kill for Cash, put this together. He sent it, came out clean. It's Kills' logo, it's my logo, but it just so happens that yes, even though our cameras are blocking it, but like even if we do like one of these real quick,
your picture like a lot more high def than my shit. It's like I
I
need to
mean,
work on mine. Just like
but no, it's good. 1920 by 1080, nice resolution and stuff like
perfect.
that.
It's like right
It
there. It's
just
like
yeah.
so if you guys see that, appreciate it. Just say you're in the chats. I see that 100's joined us so far.
Yeah, man,
Missing,
shout outs.
I know Missing's busy, but thank you for listening in the background. Who else? I see. I'm gonna call him Tom. There's a secret there. There's a drop right there, but I'm gonna call him Tom. He's in the chats, which is Examatos. Don't ask me how I know
Hey,
his real name.
why are you doxing the man? Giving out the government name and
Oh,
everything?
he know.
Jesus Christ,
Trust
dude.
me. Trust me. There's gonna be a whole thing on that. But I see you guys are early to chat. Matt, I did see him earlier. I still don't see Matt in our app, like the restream, but I do see him.
I just wonder if that's just what he's typing through, or if it's just through the YouTube app itself, or something like that. If it's just showing how it's actually showing. But either way, but like I have both open, so I always see. Like I respond to Matt actually through the YouTube like itself. Normally when I'm normally through it,
pop-out chat.
This is background information for those listening and even following and stuff like that. I do keep on the side monitor. I keep the YouTube chat up just so I can kind of see what's going on and everything. And I tend to use that. That's why I respond to you guys. And sometimes if I see you guys and I respond, I see this. You know who's funny? Who does this a lot? Jenna.
Yeah.
He's big on when the podcast is going on and stuff like that, because it's a few of the guys and stuff. It's Ash, Fabio, and everybody. But when they're talking, sometimes Slayer, and when they're getting into topics, sometimes you don't want to just like break in and like be like interrupt that thought to be like, yo, what up, yo, or like fucking respond or something. So it's like, hey, speak of the devil. See,
devil, Fabio.
What's up, Fabio? So like. So instead, I just be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, because I see, it's like you acknowledge people, but just so we don't break the flow that's going on inside the pod. But
I really do want to take a moment and appreciate like a lot of these pods that we started off like listening to from the beginning when we started off, like the growth. Like the growth is up. Like overall, this is overall the growth. We're talking about 100. We're talking about I'm talking about Fabio with the Xbox Party Cast out there.
Yeah.
This I'm sorry, XBL Party Podcast out there. It's just like the growth is amazing. And then we got those who are coming into the content space, which that's when I'm gonna start to plug in what I'm doing now.
Yep.
I had a big week, by the way, man. I know we're gonna go right into that, but I had a big week.
Same.
Huge week for both of us.
Week was great. So
it was a great week for both of us.
I mean, we're already starting the next week too. So, but yeah, you let us know what was going on with you, man.
Big week. I mean, unfortunately, it didn't involve a lot enough gaming. To the gaming I want to put I want to put in, but I gamed regardless. I had to game because that's my thing.
Yeah.
But I did get the BF in. I got a couple of games in.
But big week. I got them on both, so I can't wait to talk about that.
That's what I wanted.
And we're gonna talk about it.
Okay. All right. And then I did the big thing for me though this week was I focused a lot on the channel. I did a lot of focus in the channel. So you guys already know I've introduced the midweek thing, and I'll keep doing that every Wednesday.
Yep.
Also, the podcast that airs live on Sundays will be uploaded to the your traditional listening platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Google, on Wednesdays. But then now I introduced a new content which debuted on Friday, and a lot of you gave me good feedback, and a lot of you listened to it, and I appreciate that. It debuted with Big V. Shout out to Big V. That was on Friday, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's my creative content corner. That's my one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna extend that longer. Who knows? Because the conversation I've had so far, I've had, and this is another egg drop here. What do you want to call it? Easter egg drop. I had two now. Big V already aired it. I got another one coming next Friday.
You got the next one. The next
it's
one
already queued up.
Listen, in the movie, it's in the can already. It's in the can already because we're doing big shit now, man.
Both of them have been asking for like, can we do this longer? And I'm saying, going, what do you mean longer? And look at the clock, it's like past 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck. I should start thinking about that because the
I mean, if
conversations
they're
I'm having.
and you schedule them as long as they're okay with it and they have the time with it, then yeah, why
That's the
not?
beauty of
You
it.
know?
It's scheduled around whenever they feel like and you guys and they reach out. I haven't even started making a list of who I want to reach out to. This is, hey man, hey Kills, hey Sensei, I said you're doing this. Can I be on that? Of
Yeah,
course. And I'm like, okay. And I got a whole list of things that a list of not just content creators, but gamers. that I was like, yo, I want to
yeah.
get on that. I want to do that. And I'm going, shit, I think I'm going to have to expand it like maybe, like 40 minutes, maybe, or 45 minutes, or maybe just not say strict to 30 minutes
Well,
and
you
just
still
let the
don't want it.
conversation.
You want it still. You want it. So this would be my assumption, and I know we're kind of like going big brain, like you know what I mean, like into our thought process and stuff. But it's good to know too for anybody that's inspiring content creators or stuff like that, or just if you want to know. I'm always curious. I always want to know how shit works. I like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
So behind the scenes wise, it's like you want to think about it. Attention spans. Sometimes people don't want to sit down and watch 30 minutes, 40.
true,
Sometimes short
true.
form is good because you keep the attention from start to finish. If you tell somebody, hey, 30 minutes, and you're going to get like this wealth of information and find out some in-depth stuff about somebody, cool. But if it
Yeah,
runs a little bit longer, here's the thing: if the content's interesting enough, people are going to stay. I mean, it's the same thing with the pod. It's like we do pods that are an hour and a half, 2 hours on average. It's like, and we have people that are in here, thank God, that are here from start to
start to
finish.
finish.
Start to finish. It's like they're here when while the intro's playing, and they're here when we're signing off. So it's cool. Like if it's interesting enough for them, if they
Yeah,
have the time for it, if it's in the cards for them, cool. But also too, because of how you're recording these, the format's still the same way. You could still
yeah.
watch it on repeat. You could come back, watch a little bit of it, in the beginning.
Here's
You don't
another
have to
thing you
watch
can
it
do
live. You
for those
know.
who have YouTube Premium. You can download it. You can download it and watch it whenever you want later on and have
Exactly.
it in the background.
Yep.
That's another thing you can do.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the content I've been man, and I'm not overwhelmed, but I'm not overwhelmed with the people that's been asking, can I get on or how do I get onto that kind of stuff, but overwhelmed in the sense of the feedback and the requests that I'm getting. I'm like, holy shit, people are actually listening to what we're doing here, and they want to be a part of that. So I'm thankful for that. Like
Yeah.
it's really 2 weeks ago on the show. Hilia, Goddess Hilia was the one that said, "Hey man, are you guys gonna do any more content?" And I'm sitting here. I've mentioned this already.
You
I'm
were
sitting
gonna.
going,
We've talked
"There's
about
no
doing
demand."
it, but you finally just said, okay, no, I'm just gonna do it. I
I said,
have this
"Yeah,
is yeah, I'll go and do it. And you already had stuff that you were. I think Luke is talking about me. What? Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, if the shoe fits, right, Matt?
who's?"
I'm just.
Oh wait, I gotta
I
look
mean,
away.
listen,
Here we go.
listen, how else would you better spend your night, like at 11 o'clock at night? Like, what, hello? Of course you're going to hang out with us.
Missing, definitely would want you on a one-on-one. I would love that. I would love to have a nice conversation with you because
For
seeing
sure.
you don't take my gaming invites, I would like to have a one-on-one with you. And by the way, this is not a spaces. This is a one-on-one. We talk
Yeah.
about it doesn't have to be about gaming. It could be about life. And you're gonna see on next Friday's episode, literally we got into that. We got into that space, that whole content creating space, and what motivates us to do this type of stuff. So
Yeah.
the next one, keep an eye out for. I'll be teasing that throughout the week because I am that guy. And then shout out to my two, well, I want to say it, two videos, my shorts, my YouTube shorts that carried my views this week. It's crazy. It was like 2:15, or not even one was a 9-second video, and the other one was full 10 seconds.
Mm.
Both 1K or more than 1K. I'm like, what happened here? I woke up this
That
morning like,
you uploaded to YouTube?
yeah, like insurgency clips, just two
Oh,
insurgency
yeah,
clips,
yeah, yeah.
and they blew up overnight. I'm like,
But almost like, but in the same format that you would a TikTok.
yeah,
But the
just like that.
YouTube, but this is what I told you about how YouTube had that capability because it's the same thing with Facebook. I can't help sometimes when I'm on Instagram or TikTok. It's like you can't just. It's like a Pringle. Once you fucking pop, you just
Yeah,
can't stop. Okay, next, 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 and next thing
but
you
here's
know,
what I
with the
noticed:
algorithm.
when you do TikTok, it's straight
Yeah,
TikTok. When you go
yeah.
to Facebook or YouTube and you do these shorts, I didn't know this. It links TikTok and
I
Facebook
didn't know it
behind the
linked. I think
scenes
people just re-upload. I thought that
or
that's what the thing
re-upload.
was.
Yeah.
I think people just upload like they make the TikTok and then it's like, oh wait, this banged on TikTok. Let me put it on YouTube Shorts. Let me put it on
Well,
what's the
these
other
videos
one?
that's the
Instagram
thing.
or
These videos
whatever.
didn't even bang on TikTok. They didn't even bang on Twitter. And I put it on YouTube Shorts. It
Fine.
was like bang. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay.
There is an audience outside of
Well,
my
because the way
usual.
YouTube algorithm, listen, YouTube algorithm. This is the same conversation we had about content creators moving over from like things like Twitch to that. When you talk about a platform that has probably over like a billion eyes on it, when you think about it, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like how eventually
Global. Global.
it's global and everybody knows it and is aware of it and it's accessible and stuff like that. And the way the algorithm works, it's like it's a lot. I wouldn't say it's easier, but there's a better chance of your content being pushed out. You put the right tags on it, it has the right content on it, and then just the eyes looking at it. So it's a great thing overall, man.
I
Honestly.
agree, Examatos. It does require a whole different conversation when it comes to algorithms for shorts. So we'll just keep it there. But missing,
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on certain. She said she tried it. By the way, you picked it up. Okay, that's a win. Now let me know how you thought about the game. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Because I'm still playing it. I'm still playing it. That was my week though, man. It was interesting on the content side. Gaming, I got my Battlefield in. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
But
we're
how was
gonna
your
talk
week?
about it. No, it was great, man. So on the personal note, I was just hanging out with my sister. She came back from the UK. Her and her husband. They've been out there for 3 years, kind of doing the UK life and stuff like that. They were supposed to come back, obviously, but they got a little bit delayed with
Right.
COVID. This was already
Okay.
planned, like for them to come back, and stuff like that. But obviously, they had to go through the right, channels and make sure everything was right, and they were in the right space and time
Right.
to come back over here and stuff. But we had no idea, like we knew she was going to be coming back, but we just didn't know when. So last night, I mean, like I got a lot of gaming and stuff. I even got gaming after the fact, but like literally got off the plane. Her and her husband, they came through. It was like a whole ruse. I'm hanging out with my mom. I'm hanging out with my sister. I'm hanging out with my mom's boyfriend. Next thing you know, doorbell rings. My mom's boyfriend looks at me. He was
Oh,
like,
that's the
hey, you
best.
should come downstairs.
That's the
Come
best.
downstairs. Boom. My sister I haven't seen in 3 years.
That
So
is absolutely the best.
it was so cool. I was definitely taken aback. I was my mom. I mean, I think I was just more so happy for my mom because that's like, how they say like your parents don't play favorites.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
okay with knowing I'm the oldest, but I know that's you know what I mean? It's like I'm okay.
yeah.
I'm content with saying that. That's fine. I'm still the firstborn, but I know that's the favorite. So,
If you ask any one of my kids which one's the favorite, they'll both point fingers at each other,
at each other, which is cool too. I mean,
which
that's
is
the way if
cool.
you have that thing, but like family of
Right, but
three, you know what I mean?
I'm sure they're not watching right now. So my favorite's my daughter. It's just he needs to know that. My son needs to know he needs to know that.
He gets it hurt, tough luck. But either way, but
Tough
so
love,
it was
man.
really and then they were super jet lagged because they were on like it was like a 6-7 hour flight, even though it was
Woo.
first class. But they were just
Yeah, that's a long
just getting
flight.
in and then just getting over to us too. That was an hour and a half in fucking traffic, just to get to where we were, and then they got the Airbnb out in Jersey. So it was just a
Oh, so
long
it's a
day for
drive.
them.
Even that's a drive.
So then they came back. They came back today, and we were just hanging out. We watched a little football. I told you, my brother-in-law, he didn't. He tried olive loaf. You ever had olive loaf before? Like the cold cut olive loaf?
Oh
They
yeah, yeah,
basically
yeah,
put
yeah, yeah, yeah.
olives. It's almost like a bologna,
Yeah.
but they put like olives in it.
But they
So
put the olives
they
in,
put
like
the
you see in
olives
the
cut
olive.
in
Yeah,
it that you see it in there, and then
get spiced
pastrami.
up.
He never tried pastrami.
Yeah, you
So
said that.
I
You said that before we were live. The pastrami. I haven't had a good pastrami
hooked
sandwich.
up
I've had
some
pastrami
boar's head, a little
sandwiches,
bit of boar's head
but
pastrami. Like
I
yeah,
haven't
man.
had ones from New York in a long time. Long time.
Yeah. So we were just doing that. So I know that's on the personal note, but it was just cool. So I was just kind of vibing out and just hanging out with them. They just headed out, but they're going to be around too because they're back now. They're actually back in the States now, so it's pretty cool. So we had that going on. Gaming wise, League of Legends, grinding. I'm trying to get gold. I'm fucking busting my ass. Jeremy and my buddy Bode and even Turpin, they've been trying to get me over the hump, but oh boy, it's trying times. It's fucking trying times, man, and you gotta scratch and claw your way to the fucking top. And and sometimes you get paired with teams. Sometimes you're right there. It's like you could fucking taste it, and then just no.
Mm.
So there's that. That's always fun. Battlefield, we'll get into. Played it on both. Played it on my PC, and
I really want to know about
I'll
that PC.
explain my experience because I think a lot of other people had a better experience on PC with it than I did. But
Oh,
there's
we'll
a
talk about
specific
it.
reason why we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to, and then that was pretty much it. Oh, and then I tried to teach my mom how to play Setback the other day, a card game. So,
Card game.
you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, the gaming. I mean, it was a healthy mix of Battlefield, League, and even a little more Marvels. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just put this out there again too because I don't want to make it a whole thing. I'm enjoying the single player for Marvel's Avengers. I really am. I'm really, really,
It,
really, really fucking
it's
enjoying
so
it.
true what they say about Game Pass. Like I have the game, I own the game.
Right.
I bought it day one when my son did, and we game shared, and I enjoyed the campaign out of it. Just didn't like the end game like most people. But
Yeah.
over the course of it being launched, it was just people crapping all over it, and I'm going whatever. Game Pass put it on there, and it's like now it's got this whole new. And I re-downloaded
I
it,
like it.
and
I
I'm
mean,
going,
even the
oh, I
game,
forgot
even
how good this
yeah,
was. Yeah,
yeah.
it's good.
I definitely, I like it. I think it's the cool game to go in to try to work for achievements and stuff like that, and not
Of
really do
course.
anything crazy and just play
Now,
with
but
it.
we
And I'll
both
see what.
agree. We both agree with the Hulk. the
Oh,
whole
it's weird that whole thing
upgrade
of
on the
like
back and the
upgrade
rib
the
cage.
skeleton and the rib cage and shit. But if you could look past that and just be like, no, it's fun to just Hulk smash.
I mean, he's the Hulk.
He's the Hulk.
Okay.
So it's still not better than Ultimate Destruction.
Oh no no no
Hulk
no.
or that in itself, but that's a whole other. I don't want to get it. But yeah, that was my week. So
That's a new channel opening up new content. Retro
yeah,
gaming.
yeah, retro. Yeah, well, no, we already there's people that do that, but maybe
Oh
we
yeah,
could spice it up a little bit and have a
yeah.
little. Maybe that might be my little midweek.
There you go. There you go. And we
Maybe
spice it
we'll
up.
see. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see. You know how that maybe we'll see will be something.
So,
Um,
where do you
yeah.
want to start? Where do you want to start with?
Wait,
I mean,
hold on.
because I see, I'm looking at the topics, and I know. Listen, we free, but like
I
realistically, I
mean,
mean,
all our
this.
topics are A1 today. Like we're gonna have
I know,
a lot
I
of topics.
know, I know. I
Um,
just, yeah. I mean, we could start from the top. I mean, because
we
we
can. Let me read this real quick here. I like it,
uh-huh.
but I'm not sure if I can continue it. The sound effects were too accurate, and it so kept setting off memories, and that's
Yeah,
understandable.
no,
That's
for
the
sure.
one concern I did have when it came to
Too
that
real.
game.
It's too real.
Yeah, you did mention that a while ago in one of our pods where it was one of those like you won't play certain games like military style games because he's too authentic,
Well, because
and I
they could act as a trigger,
it's a
and
trigger. Yeah,
that's completely understandable to vets and stuff like that, and that's what I mean. And we definitely support and we respect our vets and stuff like that. But we could
of
understand
course.
easily because that's the games like we don't think about it that way when we think about certain games. But even in a game that's somewhat like that, like it's not like even your Call of Duties of the world and even your battle like
Yeah,
an actual it almost feels like a real mill sim, like an actual mill, like almost like an Arma. Like it plays like that. It actually plays like an Arma. It plays like a mill sim where it's
yeah.
like you're clearing corners, you're kicking, you're
You're
breaching
kicking.
doors,
You're literally kicking
you're
doors.
literally kicking doors down, you're clearing rooms and shit. So I could definitely understand. And then
I
the
understand
sounds,
that.
the way like the sounds go of the weapons, and yeah, no, absolutely, it's completely understandable.
I see
But
money's in the chat, and he's already
oh yeah,
hashtagging try and ban me. That's something we did in the chats between Nick, him, and I. Playing Insurgency. There's a guy's name was try and ban me,
oh my
and
god,
he kept team killing us, so we
I saw
banned
a
him.
few, questionable names
Yeah, no, we banned him.
in my playthroughs.
He said, I mean, his gamer tag was try and ban me, so we banned him. We voted
Yeah,
him out, and he was gone. So we did it. We didn't try, we did. So that's been the inside joke for a couple of weeks now. To try and ban me. So yeah, if you ever hear Nick or see Nick tweet it out, oh, I'm in this the mention for Nick. There you go, his weekly mention. But yeah, that's how that try and ban me thing came along.
yeah,
Um, T-shirts are coming. No, I'm playing. But let's get into our first topic, and it's the one that everybody's talking about because hot off the press is the beta just finished yesterday. It's Battlefield.
yeah,
Did you
man.
want to go first on it? Because I have a whole thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, I don't mind
We
because
both do, right? We
I
both
don't
do.
mind. Okay, here's the thing on Xbox. Okay, couple of things. Okay,
Hi.
I like here's the one sheet. Here's the top sheet, right? For me personally, with my setup, it played better on Xbox than it did on my PC.
Oh,
But
and you
that
played with
was
the S.
and I played on the S.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, it was running really good. Like personally, like as a beta. I'm not going to sit here and go through this is a visual glitch and this sound thing and I don't hear my weapon and I can't spawn and I can't take this. I'm not going through all of that shit because they told us literally before this fucking thing launched, you had the head of the studio, head of DICE come out, and even though they tell you people still want to make the narratives and stuff, and I don't want to start with negativity, but literally it was explained to people, cut and clear, that this version, this beta that we're getting is a forked version of the main game that got split off roughly 2 months. So they're already 2 months into the future of where this game was at the game state. That's the game that everybody got to play this past weekend, right? And I was happy that I was able to. And that was another thing too. I was able to play for the PC from when it launched on the Xbox. I just didn't have my link EA fucking link thing because
Ah,
that was
okay.
another thing. If you had your Game Pass, a bunch of friends of mine they were just signing up for Game Pass for the $1 and linking the accounts, and they were getting the PC version through EA Play
Okay.
because
Okay.
the Game Pass, and that was the thing. If you had Game Pass, you not only could you play it on Xbox, but you could also play it on PC as long as you had your accounts
Yeah.
linked.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as
So
the
my
company.
experience, so I was having fun. I think we were having fun. Me and Money, there was things, there's nuances, there's things like, and we could go into. And one of my brother's biggest gripe, which I now see as a gripe as well, is having rocket launchers and AA inside the gadgets. That just completely, turned off everybody from running ammo crates and healing and stuff like that. I think that needed to be a weapon. I don't think they lock on quick enough. I think vehicles are a little overtuned. I think vehicles are. I die by helicopters more than I think I've died by like people actually shooting me with a gun. I think that was my thing. But when I was playing and when it was working, it was a lot of fun. There were certain guns that felt, I wouldn't say overtuned, but like a laser. The first assault rifle they give you, technically, if you just want to run around with that all game, you're probably fine. Sniping was cool. I hit a few like long distance snipe shots, and
That's always cool in Battlefield.
it's still the same
Always
old
cool,
school
yeah.
Battlefield thing. It's like you don't know the windage, you don't know how far they are. It's just like aim high and hope for the best and hope you hit
What I
somebody.
noticed when I was playing with you, I noticed, and I was like a little kid when I saw this. I noticed that when it was sniping, I was that guy that the sniper was far away sniping at me.
Yeah.
What I was yelling in the mic, you can see the bullet come at you. Like that's how much of a kid I am.
You could see the trail when they would actually go because
there
now
was a
you
trail.
see because they show you the glare, so you
Yeah,
actually see where they are, and then
yeah.
you could like estimate. But that's old school. That's like Battlefield 3, Battlefield
It
4
is, it
shit.
is. But I literally was that kid that stood in the away of that bullet. I'm like, I want him to hit me. I want to see how that works. And
Yeah,
I'm like seeing the tracer. And I'm like, right here. Oh, you suck at shooting. Over here. Come on, bro. I'm trying
yeah,
to help you out. Let me stay still for you. And you still missed me. I'm like, shoot me. I got
yep.
content to make. So it's like, whatever.
So that was cool. I mean, like I said, in the map was cool. Orbital. Like I like the map. I think I didn't get the tornado. I've watched every fucking YouTube video under the sun.
You didn't
Everybody,
get it.
I
Oh,
only get the
bro.
tornado. I played in seven. I played in seven maps in a row. I got
Oh,
the tornado. I never got the fucking tornado.
tornado was
And I
badass.
played a decent amount, but I saw the videos of tornadoes and stuff like that. So, and real quick, my PC experience, I think it's because I have a 970. This card, it's not the one. Everything else on my computer says, oh, we could game. But if a
The
game's not
S is
fully
stronger than what
optimized,
you have, correct?
like, but it's not that it's stronger. It's that it's just more updated. It's technically
Okay.
updated. Everything else on my computer screams, "Oh, this is a great PC," minus my graphics card. My
Okay.
graphics card is the only thing that's technically holding me back. But other games that are already optimized, like Destiny, for example, runs perfect. I was running this on like the lowest settings, and it was running okay, little stutters and stuff like that. But right now, at this point, and I'm just putting this out there, if I don't get a new graphics card before November, I'm playing Battlefield on Xbox. That's it. I'm literally Xbox will be the only play, and that's with
That's
crossplay and stuff like
you
that.
guys don't know how crazy that statement is coming from him. Oh
No,
my god.
but that's okay. But that's not to say other people have different experience. My father has a 3090. He played, runs perfectly. Another
Perfect.
friend of ours, 3090, runs perfectly. Other people that I've seen play, I've seen 4K footage of it in the wild on YouTube. I've seen it runs great. Like I won't say perfect because it was still a beta and there was still the visual. But outside of that, just how it looked and how it felt, it was running fine. Turpin on his computer, he said it was running great. You know what I mean? Like, and he was asking me like, "Oh, do you want to play more?" And I was being that guy who was like, "Nah." Like, and it was only because I was already kind of like bummed out. I was already out of it. I was like, I don't want to turn on my Xbox and try to do crossplay, and I really don't want to play on PC because it wasn't a good experience. Like, I blue screened. The beta was making me blue screen. The first it hard crashed. The beta made my dad and my dad's friend hard crash. Right? Like
Wow.
literally PC shut off. It shut the fucking PC down. Me,
Whoa.
I got blue screened.
That's
So that's what
both
I
of
mean.
those are
So it's
scary
not
moments. Yeah.
but that's why beta. Okay?
Mhm.
I'll see how the game is in a month when it comes out, right? And we'll see what's up. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like piece of shit game, everything, because then you hear all of
Hot
that. So that
garbage.
whatever, everything that see this COD over Battlefield trash, COD over Battlefield, all the, you know what I mean, all of that bullshit. It's like, no, I'm not going to do all that. For what I played, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of nostalgic. It brought me back to the Battlefield 4. There were some things I wish they just tweaked and stuff like that, as far as with the rockets and with the classes. But other than that, I for the time that I played when I was playing with you guys, I was enjoying myself. And I still think you get in the 64 and 64, it's a madhouse. Like, that's another thing too. That was work when we were playing on Xbox. 64 people against 64 people, when you know, like, you're pushing an objective and there's 20 people
Yeah.
there inside.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane, man. It really is a battlefield. I just didn't like getting killed like 5 times in a row by like
Oh,
the air raid. I felt like what's the song? That fucking
Valkyrie, the
Valkyrie. Yeah,
flight of the
Flight of the Valkyrie.
yeah.
I swear to God, you could have played that as a fucking background, and they did that in Battlefield Vietnam. But you could have fucking played that because that's what it felt like a fucking air raid.
Yeah.
Like it just like one Apache, another Apache. Oh look, here's a hind, or the little bird that would just do
Oh
fucking
my god,
barrel rolls that you could
you can't
never that
shoot that thing down
no
because it does the whole
does a
roundabouts and
barrel. It does things that I don't even think it could really do in fucking real life, but it
mm,
was doing it in the video game. So
mm.
power to the people that were flying it and being abusive with it.
Fuck them.
So that was my experience. How was yours?
Okay, my experience. And I'm gonna start off with this. Literally, it's split down with the community split down the middle. Some
I
people
think it
hate
is.
it,
Yeah.
some people want it, right?
Yeah.
Or some people liked it. I saw many clips of people enjoying the broken or not, or buggy or not, whatever it
Yep.
is, enjoying the hell out of that game, having fun with it, even grappling the damn rocket.
The
When
grappling
you
was
saw
great.
that
I didn't
clip,
mention that. I did like
woo,
2 good grappling plays that I forgot about, but I had some sick grappling plays. Like I
dude, the
grappled onto
grappling
a
is
vehicle.
amazing.
I grappled onto a vehicle like a Humvee that was driving by, and like I fucking caught up to it. I also grappled onto a guy that was on like the C flag, and I swung around and like used momentum, slid behind him, and I didn't knife him, but I just fucking like gunned him down. He had no
Yeah,
idea that I was coming up like behind him with the grappling hook. So yeah, that was pretty cool to do, and the
that was
fact that
cool.
it's unlimited charges.
Unlimited, right? Because I assume I played
Just on cooldown. It's just
the
on
version
cooldown.
before this, the version before this where it was like you couldn't speak about it, you were invited to it. I
Yeah, the
played
play
that.
test.
The playtest. I played that and it was limited. You can only use it, I think it was 2 or 3 times at that moment. And the feedback a lot from those playtesters at the time, even myself, was like, can you make this some sort of like, I don't know how you could do it, but limited, like make it where if it's part of one class only, make it where they can use it as much as they can.
Yep.
I like what they implemented though. Yeah, it is unlimited, but with a cooldown. Love
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
So that's a good balance there.
So you
Now
can't abuse it. It's not like you're
you
like just
can't.
constantly swinging, but
You
yeah.
can't. My experience with Battlefield, it's kind of similar, but I'll add more to it. My whole thing with Battlefield is this. I will echo your sentiments when it comes to it's a beta, right? We got to stop thinking that betas mean it's a demo. It's not a demo, first and foremost.
And for certain games, it is because they've
For
used the
certain
term
games, it is.
beta. But this, no, in every strength of the word, it is beta. This is
Yeah.
an early version of the game that hopefully they've
Especially when they
already
come out and
addressed.
say it's a 2 month build. We sliced it from a 2 month
It
build
got forked.
and made
It's
that into its own
right.
testing.
And we knew that this was going to be the version everybody was going to play because this is where
Mhm.
we had it at. And then we knew like this version is going to be the one that we're releasing later on in November.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunate that it comes off the back of a great Halo flight, right? Because
Yeah.
now Halo flight is the end all be all. That's the line that
It
everybody's
should be
joining.
it
This is
should be
where
the
it should be.
pinnacle because everything should
Yeah,
be like that if you're
right.
trying to show off your game.
But I'm not gonna pretend like 2 months ago the community was shitting on this game.
Of
Oh,
course it was.
Halo was garbage and it looks bad and was no co-op. Oh my god! Like I'm not even gonna try to pretend that wasn't a thing 2 months ago,
Yep.
right? So we gave that energy to Halo. I think we should give the same energy to when it comes to Battlefield.
I think so. I think the reason why it was different, like, and it was weird because of who you see it from. Because remember, Battlefield's not a first party. It's not a first party game.
It's not.
So I think that's where you also kind of see like a split, and it's like because this game's coming out for everything versus like a Halo where it's only coming out for Xbox. And how did it run? Like I said, like, and that was another thing. I still haven't gotten to play Halo on PC. I want to play Halo on PC, but I think I'm right now because based on, and I don't know how the optimization is going to work, and I know we're kind of getting a little off topic, but personally, at this point, I'm probably going to play Halo on my fucking Xbox for the time being. Got the Elite control, like, you know what I mean? I also set up that thing too with the Bluetooth with the controller, so I'm able to switch back and forth now.
Switch it back and forth.
Oh, it's so fucking cool,
and
man.
It works seamlessly.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So it's one of the, and another thing I want to before I get into what I'm saying, it's another thing I want to point out is that the gaming community has amnesia for whatever reason every single time. Like
short-term memory.
Short-term memory. It's like that with
memory.
COD, Battlefield, Halo. Like with Halo, it was Forge mode not included. Forge mode never included day one ever. It's never been day one thing. For COD, it's the whole, we're going, we're going back to WW2. Oh, Black Ops, the last Call of Duty was better. When we forget that when that Call of Duty was introduced, it was hated on with thumbs down and everything. And now it's the same thing with Battlefield. Oh, Battlefield 4 was way better than this. Go back to that. When we forget that game launched broken.
Yeah.
crash, buggy, and all of that. But
Yeah.
we still enjoyed it and we gave it a chance. Look, at the end of the day, it has its issues, it has its bugs, it has its crashes. But I went into it myself, my experience, because I can't force my experience on nobody else. My experience, I didn't experience as many bugs. I'm playing on a Series X. I didn't experience as many bugs. What I did experience though are stuff that I know is going to get fixed. Like for example, the artifact flashing. That's something that's going to obviously get fixed because
Hmm.
they're not looking for lawsuits.
Yeah.
They're
That's
not trying
little.
to get
That's little.
people.
No, but
That's
that's little.
going to
That's
get
patch
fixed.
shit. That shit that they already know that they have the texture popping, things like that.
They know
Like,
all that. And
yeah.
it's good. And I guarantee you, them things probably already got ironed out and fixed.
What
When they
they've addressed,
respond to people,
they already responded, and they said, "Hey, this what," because that's what you got. You had all the ads of like, "Yo, what about this?" Where everybody was like nitpicking
yeah.
this,
Oh, we
this,
work
this, that.
either the response was we working on it or we've already squashed it because that's an older build.
Yep.
So some of these bugs that they're saying we're working on it, people are like, well, it's a 2-month old build. Why all of a sudden are you working on it? You should have been working on it. No, these are bugs that came up with this build that
Yeah.
they didn't see. Like the
Yeah.
artifact blinking thing, that's something that can't happen. Like it may not have happened there, but because now they have so many people on the server,
They
it's
need to
happening.
see, right. It's happening. What's
Yeah,
causing
so
it?
that's the
What equipment?
stress
What
test.
equipment is it working on? Is it on the PlayStation?
Mhm.
Is it on? Let's also remember too. This game is being made not just for current generation of PC, but for last
All the generations.
generation.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And by the way, it looks really good on the Xbox One. I don't know if you saw the screenshots, but
For the capabilities of the Xbox, absolutely.
with all those issues said, it's still a day one pickup for me
Yeah.
because I had fun with the beta. I had literally fun with it. Like I was grappling hooking to not a rocket. I wish I would have known I could do that, but I was grappling hooking to choppers. I was grappling to people and just going on them and trying to knife them. I was having that much fun. No more ghost capping flags. That was a big issue for me in the older battlefields where a flag gets capped by one guy because he's way over there, nobody's there. Now we literally have fights in every flag.
Yeah,
I
they
think
tell you
Money's saying
they
that.
how they broke down the flags. It's no longer like ABC. It is still A B C D
It is
E
still
F,
that, yeah.
right? But they have mini versions of them. They have like 2 points to like each. Like Echo was
Right.
Echo in Orbital. That was the rocket.
Yeah.
But then you had like I think you had Charlie's. You had two. You had Charlie 1, Charlie 2. You had the deltas. You had Delta 1, Delta 2 on both
Delta 1 and
sides
2.
of where the rocket would get pushed out to the launch pad, basically from like where it was starting up. And it was like
That's
it was
another
cool too.
thing that
And then little
it's that little thing right there. The
yeah,
animation is happening that it's not just you capping a flag. That flag literally means something.
the
It's
little
doing something.
nuances, and then the little nuances as well too with like, can't you tell it was like a Fox like SpaceX kind of
The
thing?
SpaceX, yeah.
It kind of a little like SpaceX ish. I mean, you could do anything, but like the vehicles, you see all the vehicles around, or the pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, the pickup looked more like the Ford, the F-150, the electric one, but or even the Hummer. It looked
The
like
Hummer,
it looked like
yeah.
the new. It looked like the new Hummer, like the way the face is. But like the EV, or even all the white cars that look like kind of like wannabe Teslas, basically. So and then I like that some of the cars that it wasn't just military vehicles that you could
It was
hop inside
civil,
of
yeah, it was
the
civil,
the
like
four by
actual
four
real life, yeah.
like a civilian truck, and then like you're going, and like you're in there, you're packed for
I
it, and
saw a
then you're
video where
going. That was
when
cool.
somebody got a pickup and drove into like they did a whole Twister movie kind of a scene where they
Oh,
drove the pickup into the tornado. I'm like, oh my
oh
god,
my
they do it
god.
and they filtered it where it looks like they're camcordering it. So I'm like, this
Okay.
is crazy. They made it look like a Twister film, which is amazing.
Oh, it's probably gonna be nuts when you see it come out too, and then on
The
different
content.
maps.
It's gonna be crazy once the
Yeah.
different maps come out with the grappling hook and the tornado. And that's just this map with the tornado. I wonder what they have for other maps because the evolution has literally evolved
Yeah.
in what they're doing. For me, the rocket was more of a. This is just me being a Call of Duty guy. It was more of a in your window to the whole that one map launch up, I think it's called, or that was on Call of Duty
Oh,
Black Ops
Black Ops One.
with the rocket. So to
And
me, it was like a
it never took
callback to
off
that.
until the. But see, but that's another thing too. When you think about it, back then, and whenever Black Ops One came out, 2011,
Yeah, I had it.
whatever it
I
was,
think I
10,
had here. I think I don't know.
whatever. It
Yeah.
was a time, a long time ago. Okay. That rocket, it never took off until the end. It was like the post screen. It's like the nuke on Nuketown, like
The
how it would
scoreboard
blow up,
screen.
like basically, like yeah, like it would be the score, the post screen, right? But in this game, like you go here now, you have a game where the rocket could take off, it could go all the way up, it could fucking blow up and crash. There's so much, and it's randomized. You don't know
Yeah,
what it's gonna do. There's
yeah.
not, you know what I mean? Like the whole randomization to it, so it's not the same thing all the
Well,
time.
the
Maybe it's
rocket. I
sunny,
think the
maybe it's
rocket.
rainy.
I think the rocket. You can force it to blow up.
Can you
Meaning,
make? Oh, you can make it blow
if
up.
everybody focuses fire on it on the
That's
thrusters and
crazy.
everything, it
Yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
blows up the rocket.
Oh, okay, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And then Money saying the battle in the tunnel between C and D flag reminded me of Operation Metro. Yep, straight death. It was just
Yeah,
you go in them tunnels of straight death. Period. Now the issues I've had, my biggest issues was and I have to mention this is the enemies not knowing who's who
yep,
because there's only 4 specialists. So
yeah.
to me, not having more a variety of that, or I don't know if it's more they
Or
need
just them not
or
doing a good time where it's like
customization.
it's like when you're highlighting over an enemy, yeah, they turn red. But you know how many times I've literally just half dumped a mag onto somebody that was on my team because they didn't pop up because I thought they looked like an enemy and they
I
weren't. They
got
were on my
shot because
team
I was thinking that was a friendly, and they
and it
literally when I
wasn't.
got shot by them, and I saw how you lay down on the floor and you get shot.
Yeah.
The highlighted thing was blue, and I'm going, wait, a
Yeah,
friendly shot me?
I think that is something they need to do a better job. I mean, I go back to Halo and how they did their recognition where when you shoot somebody, the armor lights up and stuff like
Yeah,
that. There needs to be a better way to basically isolate what an
identify.
enemy looks like. I don't think live ping works like it should be working. The
Oh
ping
no,
system
definitely not. Because
is
all it
not
does is
working
a
as
yellow
intended.
mark. That's it.
So I
Doesn't
think
ping the
that's
enemy.
something. Yeah, I think that's something that needs to be worked on as well too. And it was like my brother made this recommendation too. Like you have Apex, you have one of the best pinging systems
That
in a
I
game.
totally forgot about that. He
Like
mentioned. I'm like, wait a minute,
why can't you
call
knock
him
knock
out.
knock on fucking
Yeah,
respawn and be like, yo, how do you ping? Or you used to do pinging really well. Like I understand live pinging. It's weird because once you spot somebody, then that's it. Then you could just go off of that instead of going off of where the person is. So I
right.
understand how that could be a bitch when you ping somebody out and they're like a sniper far away. You don't want them to glow in the fucking dark. Or just have like a cheat, like if they're in a bush and they're actually doing the whole sniping thing, if they get live ping, like then their whole body highlights. I don't want that. But then I also don't want it where I can't tell if you're a fucking enemy. You know what I mean? I want to be able to say, I see an enemy, I ping the enemy, there is the enemy, and put a little fucking triangle over his head or so,
Something that tells
for a
me because they
couple of
all look the same.
seconds.
There's no customization to the body. It's just everybody looks the same. So it's I know it's going to take me a little bit to understand it, and I'm going to go, okay, now I understand it. But I would rather them either add more specialists, a variety of it, or just
Yeah.
make it where you can
Well,
customize like
who
Call of
showed the
Duty does.
picture? Who was it? You? Because I saw the picture where it looked like there was a
Your
leaked
brother,
screenshot, and in our messenger
I think.
chat.
No, I think it was Money. It was somebody. It
It
was
was, I
Money
think it
or
was money.
something.
I think it
Yeah,
was money. I think it was
yeah,
money, and it looked like they had more specialists.
yeah. It's coming.
It
That's
looked
well, yeah. They're going to go the Call of Duty route where they're going to add more specialists to it.
But I'm
But
okay. But see, but then that also takes
I
back to
need
the whole thing.
customization.
But but see, I'm even okay with that. The whole giving everyone the option to pick any type of weapon, like, oh, I could be a sniper class, but then I
Well,
can have an assault
that killed the
rifle.
medic. That killed the whole medic thing. It really killed the medic thing by doing that. Like, it was already hard enough for people not to throw a medic pack for you because they just
Yeah.
oblivious to you. Like even with this game, I get annoyed. In any Battlefield game, I get annoyed that I go down and like they're literally running around my body with nobody shooting, no enemies, and they won't revive. I'm like, bro, they made it easy for you now. All you do is everybody has a
Or
defibrillator now.
running the medic, or when you run her, everybody has a defibrillator. I
Yeah,
don't like the defib button being on the same button as you pick up weapons. That needs to be changed, or the animation needs to be different, because you know how many times I try to go to revive somebody and I ended up swapping fucking
swapping
weapons,
guns
and then
or
or
just
I get revived and I don't have the gun that I had originally when I died
yeah, they
because
took it
the
from you.
person that went to res me picked up my fucking weapon, so then I ended up with
Yeah.
their weapon, or just had to give me a weapon. It's crazy. There's a glitch right now with the
Maybe adding
ammo.
X and Y, X to pick up, Y to
Something,
heal
just
or something.
some type of other button that they could use to say this is your pickup
Yeah.
button, and so you know what I mean, like, even, or maybe the melee button, maybe like maybe switch. I would look to see if I could change what res is, if you could change the res specifically to like a different animation or like a different button to use.
Oh
Personally,
yeah.
that's what I would do.
I
um
so for
yeah,
me, it's a day one pickup, and that doesn't mean not November 19th. People read into what I just said. It's a day one pickup. Whether they decide to delay it or not, which I don't think that's going to happen. It's just too much riding on this game for it to be delayed again,
yeah,
right? But whether it gets delayed or not, it's still a day one pickup for me because I remember, and I had this conversation in our circle chat. I remember Battlefield 4 and how the state of that game was when it came out and how broken and when we hardly get a game in, but when we got a game in, it was nothing but laughs and giggles and screenshots and just pure fun. We tolerated it because obviously we had us there. We had our our circle of gamer friends playing, and we all experience the same thing at the same time, having fun with it.
Yeah.
As if I went to it solo, fuck no. That would be one of those things like, nope, I'm not playing this again until they fix it. But because we played as a circle gamer group, that was the thing. If they decide to delay it, I'm okay with that. If they don't, I'm still okay with that. But I am going to
Yep.
be picking up day one. It is Battlefield, after all. It is Dice. I'm not going to pretend like this thing was a demo. It's not. It wasn't. It was a beta. And I'm also not going to pretend like it's Dice. We know what Dice is capable of doing. We know it. Battlefield 4 came out being ugly, and is one of the top played battlefields in the series. You know, it's one of those things. So
Yeah.
that's my take on Battlefield 2042 and the beta. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was great. Pick up for you.
Oh yeah.
Pick up
No,
for you.
and that's only because too, it's like it's a modern Battlefield. That's what it's modern day Battlefield. We've gotten Battlefield 1, which I think was cool for its time. Nobody's ever really covered World War 1, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5 was just more of World War 2, but with the Battlefield
With the
1 like
Battlefield 1.
engine kind of like themed and stuff like that. So cool. This time now it's like we're back to modern, postmodern, kind of futuristic, modern guns, things like that. But like I said, for me, I hope they just do something with the vehicles, or at least give me a
The
better
vehicles
chance.
need work. The vehicles need work.
Vehicles, the weapons, I think take the rockets out of your gadget class and put them as weapons, and just let you automatically carry. You should, if you're going to take rockets, make it only to one class. Lock the rockets to one class, and don't let a fucking medic take an AA.
If you have a
Like
medic
that, I
taking
don't.
AA, then
That
what's
I
the
don't
point of
under
being a
that.
medic?
That I don't understand.
Yeah.
So lock it to the support class or the engineer class, like how it fucking used to be, or whatever, and then just say because they used to say instead of taking a pistol, you take a rocket or whatever like that. But then have it where you have like 3 item slots. You have your
Well, you know
primary
what
gun.
it is. You know
You
what it
have your
is.
pistol.
They're catering to the casuals now. Now they have to they have to like
But then you
Call,
have the
like, as
situation
much as we
of my
hate,
brother
as
said. You
much
have the
as we hate
situation. You have
Call of Duty,
128 rockets on the fucking
as much
field.
as we hate Call of Duty, it's a casual game and it's going to be sold by the
Yeah.
millions, no matter how much World War II,
Yeah.
modern, it's going to sell because it's a casual game. This is what they're trying to capture. Like that's the business side of things. They're trying to capture the casual market. You
Yeah.
know, for them that never played Battlefield, if they play this beta, they're going, "Oh, I can mix and match." Sort of like Call of Duty. I like that. I'm comfortable with that. That seems cool. And they're going ahead and now they're doing the whole. That's what they're doing. They're catering to that, and it's unfortunate, but as a business, they got to do something like that, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
we playing Ring of the Rose.
I'm fucking around. I'm just fucking. I'm clicking buttons. I'm having like an ADHD moment.
We're having fun. So yeah, the vehicles definitely work. I hope the controls go back to Battlefield 4 controls because at least that was more. I know money. He loves getting into choppers and everything and flying planes. And even he said it. It's like, man, they need to go back to like a Battlefield 4 control when it comes to these vehicles. And I get it.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's Battlefield in a nutshell. We're picking it up. We do recognize the issues with it, but that's why we have a beta so that we can report them to the proper channel, right? I even put a Reddit link up on Twitter. If you guys want to report issues and not just complain about them, there's a whole Reddit thing you can go to and go talk to it. Like let them see you talk about it so they can fix it rather than you complaining about it somewhere where they're not going to see it and then get a game we don't want to play because we all want to play this game.
Yep.
So let's report the bugs to the proper channel so that they can fix that and play the game we all want to play. That's just that simple. It's just too much on my timeline of complaining, and then using the Halo Infinite flight as a which it should be, respectfully it should be because that's top notch. But even that was a stress test. Even that was a stress test, and let's not forget we put a lot. It's a first party game on one system. And they had a lot of stressors coming from everywhere to get this game right, even if it was a flight.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it. That's it for Battlefield. The next topic we want to reach, we're going to talk about the whole beta reactions, but I think we covered that with this whole topic of Battlefield.
Yep.
The next one is something close to your heart that you want to talk about, and I was like, let's do this. It's Destiny 2.
Yeah. Real quick, because here's another thing where it's like it's one of those things where people acted like this is fucking news, like as if the information coming out. And hold on a second. Oh wait, I'm gonna bring it back, but it boggles my fucking mind because. And they have to start off by saying last summer, like, so here's the thing. If you don't know what we're talking about, Forsaken, which was year 2 for Destiny.
Which is
Literally,
it's when I came back in. I came back in
yeah,
after taking a big break from it. I came back in
yes,
onto Forsaken.
yeah. So exactly, and so Forsaken came out. That was the one where spoilers they killed Kate Six. That whole thing, you know what I
Oh
mean? Like it was a
no!
big story beat. Exactly, all of that stuff. You got Dreaming City. Like there was so much cool stuff. You got the raid, Last Wish. Like so many cool things. That was second year of Destiny, so that was 2018, I guess you could say, basically, because 2017
Yeah.
was Destiny Fall, so 2018. So we're going
Mm-hmm.
back 3 fucking years. In order to make space for what's coming, okay, they set up something called Destiny Content Vault, and when they announced, and this was actually announced too last year, last summer, when they did their reveal for
Okay.
what was coming,
Okay.
that they had to put away content to make room in the game because the way the game is designed, it basically said, and here it is, we don't want to stop making Destiny 2 to make a Destiny 3 because that means that we can't continue to support Destiny 2. We would literally have to full stop. Okay? So
Right.
you full stop Destiny 2 and say, okay, here, here we go. Let's go focus on Destiny 3 and then, finish out the story. They didn't want to do that. But they said, what about all these other MMOs that just get to make expansions and stuff? Let's try to go that route. But the thing is that the way the game is designed, the game space, and this is the Call of Duty problem, because you know the problem with Call of Duty, obviously, where
Oh,
they just keep adding
they
on
always
to
had a
it
vault stuff. Yeah.
100 or 150 gigabytes or things like the game file just becoming too big. So in order to avoid the game file becoming too big, they basically said, hey, we're going to vault some stuff, older content that hasn't been played, that we have the analytics for, that we say, hey, basically, you guys aren't playing it. And also, too, older content that just it's already been out for so long, you should have played through this content at that point. Now, opponents to this are going to say, I paid for it, I shouldn't be leaving me.
That's me. I fall into that category. And
I
how do you like to? I'm either or for. I really it doesn't bother me either or because I bought the expansion. But let's say I was that guy. I was like, man, I paid for this, and why are they gonna do this? How would you sell that to me?
you play what are you playing from the content right now?
I'm playing the newest stuff. Not I already finished.
Right. So then
Forsaken.
why so then why are you so then
Okay.
why does that affect you? If you know
Okay.
that you're only going to be able to play the new stuff if they put this old stuff that you've played and beaten and gotten everything from away.
Now none of this stuff once they vault it, it won't affect like future progressing. Correct? Like it's
No,
not something
and
like once they
also, and
vault it,
here's
it's
the
like
better,
damn, I gotta go back.
and here's the better one. It doesn't mean that they can't put this back in the game.
Oh, so they can put it back. Okay, okay,
Correct. They could actually put this anything that they vault, they could bring right back out of the vault.
okay.
But they have to
So,
do it
so like
because they literally said
the weapons, like the weapons.
so
Where
right here.
yeah.
So they literally said what's being added. So right here. So following the release of the 30th anniversary celebration in December, Year 5 of Destiny 2 launches on February 22nd, 2022. With the release of the Witch Queen expansion and the season of Redacted. We don't know what the season is yet, right? The first of 4 seasons that will come our way beginning 2022. In addition to all the brand new content, we're bringing a carefully curated selection of content out of the Destiny Content Vault, including a classic raid, 2 PvP maps from Destiny 2, and 1 classic PvP map from the original Destiny. So that's what's actually coming in Year 5 in February. Now, what they're taking away right here. So, Forsaken Campaign and the Tangled Shore. So, the entire destination of the Tangled Shore, where all the Scorn are basically, and where Spider is, and the actual Tangled Shore and the campaign. So, where
Right.
basically you go and hunt down the Barons, which were the Scorn that got freed by Aldrin. And you do those hunt missions and stuff. Those missions will be gone. You can't do that. Just like the Red War, you can't play the Red War anymore,
But is
which is
there
the
any reason to
original.
go after you finish all that content? Is there any
Yeah,
reason to go back to it?
nope,
Okay.
nope. And the other parts of that too is that the missions, like so the strike missions, I believe they're still because they're just getting rid of, and they say it right here, they're getting rid of the Tangle Shore destination. It'll enter the vault. So the Dreaming City destination will continue to be available, which is big. That's where Marasov, the queen, is now.
Right. Right.
Along
Right.
with this Year 4 seasonal content, including what is it? Presage and Harbinger exotic missions. We understand the unique value of these definitively Destiny experiences and are investigating ways to reprise and create new exotic special missions. They're always talking about that, basically, like the nice exotic missions they do to like get new shit, right? Vaulting the content, they allow the space to basically push through the Witch Queen and its new throne world, which is going to be huge, basically. New weapons, all that shit. They specifically said here, so TLDR, they're getting rid of some shit to make some shit, but the shit that they're getting rid of, you've already played it. And
Okay.
and if you're a new player coming in, they've already changed the way that you experience the game, where you're not missing out. I mean, there's a little bit because you sometimes in some missions you still hear quips from people like from Cade 6 when you do certain strike missions, but you
Yeah.
don't hear them anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of weird and desynced. But there's YouTube. There's other ways. Yeah, it sucks that you have to go watch cutscenes instead of actually playing the game. But it's one of those things where it's like if you didn't play it back in 2017, 2018, what am I to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
weird
for me, the
that
sad part about it is for me, it's not that they're vaulting the whole content. Is the fact that it makes it more absolute that Cade is gone. That's just my thing. Like it makes it more like finite. Like okay, he's gone. Like he's literally gone. Like I can't
yeah,
even experience that again. Like it's crazy.
yeah. I mean, but the cool thing also on what they are doing here, I don't know if you see it. Relive the campaign. Forsaken campaign will be available for free for all players from December 7th until it enters the DCV in
Oh,
February 22nd. So even if you didn't buy Forsaken, because there's a lot of people,
so it
because
becomes
guess what?
free.
When you got it on Game Pass, you got Beyond Light, you didn't get Forsaken. They're literally saying you're going to get basically Forsaken and you get to go and play through. If your friends have not had a chance to live Forsaken's epic narrative and experience the origins of Aldrinsov before he became Crow, this will be
That's
your
cool.
chance. Yep.
That's cool.
And then the Forsaken pack. Here's basically okay, we're taking some shit away, but look what we're doing. December 7th. Forsaken pack will be available for purchase, will include access to the Last Wish raid and Shattered Throne Dungeon. So those are two major parts to Forsaken. So the Shattered Throne is actually a really cool dungeon. It's sick. Last Wish is probably one of the best raids that they've done. Personally, I love the Last Wish
I
raid.
haven't done any of those yet.
It's
Yeah,
so cool. That's the one with Riven. That's the one where you get the 1K,
the
1,000
one
voices.
you keep telling me about the one
It's where you
K.
get 1K. It's such a good raid. You're gonna be able to still have it. They're gonna do it. So they're still gonna have. They have a pack where they're basically gonna make it for purchase. I guess available for purchase and will include access to the Last Wish raid. So you don't have to buy Forsaken. You just buy the pack that's gonna include
The
this
stuff that
content
that you would technically be missing out on if you didn't get it, you could buy it.
and the exotics. The exotic pack will
Yeah.
also include. Yeah, the Forsaken pack will also include 3 Forsaken ciphers that can be used to unlock your choice of Forsaken exotics. Not including you can't get the raid ones. You have to, you know what I mean, or the dungeon
Yeah,
exotics.
because
You have
those
to
are
grind for
those are
those.
all drops. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are all
that you could grind
RNG.
for. Exotic
Yeah.
Chaos in the Tower. Anyone who's previously purchased it, by the way, don't feel jaded. You get some Ascended shards. That's it. So
Hmm.
basically, everyone who previously purchased Forsaken will automatically own new Forsaken pack and will receive the 3 Forsaken ciphers directly to their inventory. If you already have every Forsaken weapon, those ciphers will be converted to Ascended shards. So it's going to scan your account. If you already have the exotics, boom, you already get it. So in short, and I'll turn my camera back on now so everybody can see my face.
I'm trying to get my arrow back on the camera and I can't find my arrow.
That's fine. It's okay. It's a work in progress. So
Work
basically,
in progress.
work in progress. So in short, people came out, and I understand, and basically the take that you had, a lot of people had that take. Me, I don't feel jaded because I was a day one Destiny person. I have no love for anybody that didn't go. I mean, I'm welcoming, and I'm welcoming to the community and stuff like that. But you know what? If you didn't want to experience the game back when I guess you didn't want to experience it, that's not my fault.
And that's what I'm
Like it,
noticing. A lot of people
like
that I've never seen talk about Destiny on the
are
Reddit
throwing
forums
our
or
fucking
on
because
the
they're trying to make this a thing where it's like, how dare you give put away content that you've already paid
yeah.
for, and I'm like,
And
understanding that,
you never bothered to play it. You never bothered to pick it up. You never bothered to play
and they're like,
Destiny.
that's not the point.
Period. Yeah.
What other games have done? And then they
It
say
is
that's
the
not the
point.
point. What other games have done this where they literally hide or they put away content that you paid for and stuff like that? And I'm like, yeah, if you want to put that light and that negative connotation on it and just call a spade, That's perfectly fine. Have that argument. But you know what? Me as a person who paid for this content, I'm not fucking batting an eye, and I'm not losing
I actually
sleep over
paid
the
for the
fact that
content, and
I
I'm
paid for
not
the
bothered
content. I
by it.
don't give a fuck that it's gone. Why? Because I'm getting some really hot content coming on February 22nd that I
Well, as
can't wait to
gamers,
fucking paid for.
that's
Okay?
a conversation I'm always having with us. Is like as gamers, we're always asking for new stuff, always asking for the newest iteration of whatever game series we're playing. And then when they do changes, we act like no, but you still got to
Right.
keep that there. Like, is it nostalgia you want, or is it brand new experience you want? It's hard to have both.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we don't live in that world where we can have both. We already experienced what Call of Duty is like with the 500 gig downloads because they choose not to vote anything. They just keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it, and now
And
you
then
have a
you got
bloated
and
game.
then you got a hard drive that's basically full with not everybody's luxury. Not everybody's got a lot of space on their hard drive. Why do you want to? Why do you want to have to go through the problem of
I
deleting
know
games just
people
to
who
make
buy
space?
external. I know people who buy an external hard drive just to have Call of Duty installed,
Right, specifically for Call of Duty,
and they
because there's
label it Call of Duty. Literally label that hard drive.
yeah,
Nothing else goes in there but Call of Duty stuff. That's what you want to do? No, I don't. I mean, until they figure out how to do this system and make it where both content can exist without bloating and blowing up my hard drive,
yeah,
I'm okay with that. But for now, if it's new content they're introducing, which by the way, the track record has proven that's what they do. It's not the first time they've done this. Their track record shows that that's what they do. They're good at this. Let them do what they're known to do and let them complete what they're doing. If you're gonna complain about the product being stashed away and vaulted, I'll ask the first question I'm gonna ask is, have you played it? Have you bought it? And if you haven't, you have no like stop. Just stop.
where's your argument? I'm fighting for the people.
Nobody's
What
looking for the
people?
white
Everyone,
knight. No, we're not looking for white knight.
the people that I mean, besides the Paul Tassies of the world and stuff like that who come out, or the Skillups of the world, like I can't believe we don't live in a world where they can't just build game. But here, what am I? I'm gonna play developer again and pretend like I know how to fucking, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's everybody coming in there being like, well, if I was at Bungie, I'd know how to fucking make an expansion to fit inside of a game. Okay, and make sure that there were no bugs, and made sure that
I
the
call
game
those
actually
the
worked.
Reddit.
And
I call
yeah,
those the social
you would know how
media
to write that
devs.
fucking code and everything, and make sure that the game would stay under a certain amount of gigabytes so it could fit on people's Xboxes and
That's the social media
PlayStations.
devs. The social media
Please.
devs, man, the ones that know how to do dev work. You know, they
So you know what? They told us last year, this is not news. They told us last year this is what's going to happen. If it's a bitter pill to swallow for certain people, they're like, oh, but anybody that I've been seeing bitching about it aren't the people that
are
should be
playing
bitching
it.
about it.
They're not playing it.
And they're not playing it,
Yeah.
or they played it already, and the content and the fact that, because why? One morning you're gonna wake up be like, wow, I wish I could go play through fucking, the Forsaken campaign again.
If anything, me as a paying of this content, the person that a buyer of this content, if anything, this should serve as a heads up. Like, hey, it's leaving soon. If you haven't finished it, or you plan
We're
on
gonna give
playing
it to
it,
we're gonna give it to everybody. It's gonna Here's your chance. If you haven't Here's another one. If you haven't even paid for it and you're bitching about it, guess what? December 7th, have fun.
well,
Have fun. December 7th,
I
go
like
fucking play it,
I
and you
like
don't have to pay for it.
I like taking my scope wider with this rage people have about stuff like this. For those who own Game Pass, or you know this already, a subscription based service will have games put on there, but they
You
also
pay
have
every month. Right, you pay every month for that.
every single month, but they also have games coming out of that.
Yep. Oh,
I
play
don't
this
see
game
that
before it
rage
comes out.
there.
Where's that list? That list. Oh, play these games before they leave the
I
store.
don't see that at all. You pay your
GTA
15
5
$10
GTA
a
5 was
month.
up. GTA 5 was up and it was down. What did you
Yeah,
do? Did you go out and buy GTA 5?
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
that's the
Like, what?
topic we have today. GTA. I mean, all of our topics today is like controversy topic, but or whatever it is. But
But that's all I
that's
really
another
want to
topic
say
we
about
have. It's
that.
like my
It
whole
was
thing
just the
with
outrage.
yeah, it's my whole thing with that kind of stuff where they're taking it away from us after I'm paying. I get that. I understand if you're keeping it there, but if you're that person, you got to keep that across the board, because what are you
Yeah.
telling me about subscription base? Your Netflix, your Hulu,
What do you do
Hulu's
when your
famous for
favorite
that shit.
movie, or your favorite television show
Like we
goes
all
off
have
there? Do you cancel
most
your
of us.
Netflix? You
Most of us
can't.
have what, Disney Plus, right? So when they take a movie, like when they put a movie on there, when they were doing this, because they stopped doing it, when they put a day and date movie on there, we were all happy about it. Now they
Yep.
switch that around. Are you gonna unsubscribe to Disney
Yeah,
Plus
that's it.
because
You're no
hey,
longer going to
I
subscribe now.
can't get Black Widow or any movies coming out in the future? That's crazy. Like we gotta think like that.
Yeah.
It's just more than it's these knee jerk
It's the
reactions that always
or
get
it's the
me.
want, gimme. I'm
Yeah,
always right, and I know what's best, and you need to listen to what I have to say. Okay.
yeah. It's okay to have an opinion. We all have them, but to force your opinion on somebody and say this is the right opinion, that's where I'm like, stop. Like, stop. You're frustrated. I'm frustrated. I own the content,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here going, shit. I gotta unplug my Netflix, my Hulu, because they do the same exact. I'm not doing all that. That's
Yeah.
a lot of energy. So let's keep it where it really is at. So, um, that's it. That's. I mean, the Destiny thing too will be voted. What date is it going to be voted?
February 22nd.
Okay, so we
And
have
and the
November,
content that
December, and January.
the content that they're vaulting, right? You could buy if you don't own Forsaken, you can go buy Forsaken now and go play through Forsaken. If you do own Forsaken, well, go play it. Or if you're waiting, just wait till December 7th. It's going to be free for everyone to go and
It's
try and
gonna
play.
be free.
So December 7th all the way till February 22nd. So basically over, let's just call it 2.5 months.
About
Basically, yeah, about
well, November,
over
December,
2.
and January, so 3.5 months. Because you're
Well,
talking about you
Well,
still.
it's December. No, so December 7th to February twenty
Oh,
second.
you're talking about yeah.
Call it 2 months. Almost, yeah, call it 2 months, maybe 2.5 months that you'll have to play this content. You could play the content, and this is no shame to Destiny. You could beat the story campaign for Forsaken in probably under 8 hours.
Yeah,
It's actually, if you really power through it, it's about 6.5 hours
6.5. Yeah,
with cutscenes and everything. The whole thing. Have fun. Music. The sounds fucking amazing. Have fun. And then once you do that
I love the
content,
sound. The
then go
sound
back
and
to
visuals.
doing,
Woo.
yeah. Once you do that content, it'll be like, oh wow, cool, yay, and then it'll be gone. And then wait, bye to it, February 22nd.
Yeah,
I know I sound callous and fucking weird about it, but it's like I said, for me as the Destiny person who played it and bought it, they fucking won. I have no love and
yeah.
sympathy for people that are bitching about it right now. I don't, because I don't feel that way. And I understand that's okay
I
for me to feel that way and have not people not feel that
That's the
way.
same thing with
But
battle
I'm just
passes.
saying,
The same thing with battle passes. If you buy a battle pass and the battle pass is about to go away because they give you a certain time to play a battle pass. It's a
you
time
gotta ask
thing.
me. You gotta ask me $10 back
You're
because
gonna ask for that back? Oh
you didn't
shit! It's
finish your
about
battle pass.
a week left to this. I need my money back. I haven't even touched
Or
it.
how about Halo, when you buy a battle pass and guess what? It doesn't expire. You just get to fucking do it on the next battle pass. It's
Yeah,
okay. You get to just continue on with your old battle pass. You don't lose it. So that's maybe just another thing to think about now, where
that's
there is no FOMO or fear of missing out. It's just buy a battle pass this season. You don't finish this season, no problem. You can finish
you
it
got
another
to.
season, but we're still gonna have another battle pass coming with other shit for people that are on top of it, that are ready to go.
Also,
Like me, I'm
I
ready to
would.
rock and roll. Give me the new shit.
That's what I'm gonna say. I would always challenge people on that thought and say, have you seen what's coming out? What's coming out next year? Have you seen what's preluding what they're hinting to? And these content as is not right now. The content as I'm going, what the fuck
Weekly.
is this?
Yeah.
What they're hinting to and what's coming next year.
Yep.
What's coming next year is gonna have you forget about this content. Literally, it's one of the biggest contents that they've put out in a while.
Yeah.
And it's happening next year. It's a big event.
And change state of
Huge
the
event.
game with the overhauls that they're doing inside of the game. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but just suffice to say that starting this winter, this holiday in December, when they actually do the 30th anniversary
I
drop,
wish I could
it's going to
pin
be amazing.
Matt's comments, but I can't because I can only see it
What do
on
you say?
YouTube.
I feel like copy and paste. I'll copy it. Well, no, I mean, if people
Oh,
are
you
on
can copy
YouTube, they're
paste. Yeah,
seeing
he
it.
said,
Well, no, but if they're on YouTube, they see it in the chat.
that's true. That's true. That's true. If you put
Here,
you're
if
entitled to your own opinions, but you have zero right to tell me what my opinion should be. Opinions, facts.
words to live by.
Words to live by. I think he wrote
Yeah.
you something. He wrote, if those
Yeah.
people worked at Bungie, the only thing they could do there is make coffee and tea.
That's what I'm saying, man.
There's too many. There's too many social media.
Fucking wanna be. Yeah, you want to. It's like you're a wannabe community manager. That's all
Yeah,
you
it's
are
like
at this
you're
point
not
right now,
that.
and you're a talking
You're
head.
not that.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Go,
saying?
go into your spaces and have your conversation with people that agree with you, and you're good to go. Your ego will be best at that. So, anyways,
All right, let's move off of this. The
let's
brighter.
move off of that.
Let's move off of this to another controversial.
Let's go into from one controversy topic to another because we started off just great out here. I think I just lost like 50 followers.
It's gonna
on
sound.
Twitter.
You know what we sound like? We sound like two fucking grumpy old men.
We do. But the thing is, when you come to this podcast, you're not gonna get a circle jerk. You're just not. It's just not. We're not.
No,
that.
because there's
We
no
give
need to
our
beat around the
opinions.
bush. And now, and everybody will get it which way. These people right here, this studio right now, that's making whoever the fuck people got to talk to, who thought in their right mind this was a good idea? and we'll
Oh,
explain
this thing.
currently. Do you
Oh
want to
my
go
god.
now? Do you want to go and start the topic and explain what's going on, or do
Turtle
you
Rock.
want me?
Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock. The makers of the great Left 4 Dead series 1 and 2 that we all enjoyed and we love. That's co-op or single player. Why would you do this to Back for Blood? I don't understand why they did this to Back for Blood, and I'll
Well,
explain.
and before we really go, like, let's explain what they're actually doing.
Okay, so they decided to wait this late in the game because the game drops Tuesday
A
on Game
week, yeah,
Pass,
I was
and
gonna say
yeah,
we're already there.
not even a
This
week. It was
announcement,
like yesterday, 2 days
yeah, this
ago.
just
Like
came out, by the way.
they waited this late in the game because the
Yep.
game launches literally on Tuesday to say that supply points does not work. It's deactivated in single player. What does that mean? The game, the game's currency at the moment is geared to getting these supply points so that you can spend them to get cosmetics and guns and skins. That's what the supply points do in this game. It's a currency that the game has. They have said and came out and said and stated that you can only earn these through playing co-op missions with your co-op buddies, not on single player. It's deactivated for single player. This to me is scary. Um, First and foremost, you do have solo and
Here we go with
multi.
the Zoom again. It's all
We're
right.
revisiting the Zoom.
No, well, listen, I'm gonna read this real quick.
Go ahead.
Solo campaign. This is from the game. Uses solo decks created in the Fort Hope. That's like your main hub, basically. Okay. Maps and objectives will be adjusted. Matchmaking and player invites are disabled. Earning supply points is disabled. Stat tracking is disabled. Earning progress towards accomplishments is disabled. Why the fuck?
I think that statement would have been shorter. They would have just said solo campaign
It's not a
disabled.
statement. This is in the game. This is somebody launching. I'm sure this is like an early.
They should
What
just
this
took
was
it
a
out.
leaked pitch. This was an early reviewer copy or something like that, and
But see,
somebody took the picture and
that's how
sent
the
it
information
somewhere.
came out. That's how the information came out, and that upsets me. It wasn't a PR thing where they
No,
say, "Hey, guess what? No, this was early
they were going to
access
hit
to
you
the
with this when
game."
the game launched,
Like,
and this is after we gave
oh,
all the
by the
praise, like
way,
all the praise, when it came out, and it was like we were having fun with it. I know we all
oh
played
yeah,
it. We
yeah,
had fun. Like it was running, and that's you want to talk about a game that was running really solid on a computer. That game, by the way, running amazing on my PC, and I played it on the Xbox too, and it was running really good as
yeah,
well. So
yeah.
that game was like, oh, they could release it now, and it's good. This sucks because I didn't see myself playing this game by myself. This is not one of those games where I literally say, because that conversation kind of comes back and it sounds like other things that we've talked
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I don't see myself playing this by myself. I only see this playing this with you,
yeah.
with Turpin, with my brother, with like you know what I mean? Because
Honestly,
this is a co-op thing. But
even with playing it with the group, it seemed hard. So going solo would be a thing. It's like I don't even want to
if I
solo.
just who sometimes people just want to be left the fuck alone.
True.
Sometimes people just want to go and do achievements and not have to worry about other
By the
people
way,
killing
that's
zombies.
disabled too.
Right.
You,
But
no
that's what it
achievement.
accomplishments. But this is what I'm talking about. If you're just playing the game and like, let's say like you have an achievement to go and kill 10,000 zombies, and yeah, you get it throughout playing the game. But let's just say you're one of those guys you want to go get your achievements, and while nobody's online, you want to just load up solo and do it. The fact that you can't get progression or you can't work towards like building up like things like getting the supply points so you
Well,
could get the
and
cards and stuff.
progression is only attached to the host. That's another thing that I was like, what? That see, I don't. I'm
Oh,
not gonna
right,
play
playing in other
single player
people's
on
game.
it.
Right, you have to be the host in order to,
Right.
which that I understand because other games that do co-op kind of do that. It's like, oh, you're playing in their session,
Yeah.
so you don't get that checkpoint. You get
Right.
wherever they're at. I understand that, but Destiny, for example, when you're doing a raid, if you know how there's different points of the raid, like in different parts, and there's checkpoints. You get up to
Checkpoint.
a boss and you're at a checkpoint when you're on your account for that character and you get to that checkpoint, if you fucking leave and bring another character back in, when you go back in on that character, you load up that checkpoint, or you could restart the
So
whole fucking thing.
across characters,
Across
your
every character gets their own point because 3 characters, but you get to save checkpoints individually. So that's how people actually do. Like, oh, I only want to go for the boss. I only want to go for Riven, and they farm the boss because one person has the checkpoint. They load in, they load everybody in, they leave, they come back on another character, they do
we
it so they
watch.
don't lose the checkpoint,
You watch, yeah.
and you wash and you fucking do it again. I'm not saying that's like the way it should be for people that just want to grind. That should be, but this right now they're basically saying you don't ever play this game by yourself. That's what this tells me. This tells me don't ever play this game by yourself.
On the single player side, I don't have too much of a big issue because what up on the way? I don't have a big issue with it because I don't plan on playing one single player. It seems too hard for me to play by myself.
Right.
But on the core, on the multiplayer side, kind of have an issue because it's one of those things where it's like if you're the host and it's 4 of us playing, right? You're the host. I gotta wait on your time. I gotta wait on you to do whatever you're doing in your day before you say, now I'm hopping on. You guys want to play Back for Blood? And that's even if you want to play Back for Blood. You see what I'm saying? Like I have to rely on logic to want to get on when I want to get on and play Back for Blood when I want to play Back for Blood, just so I can keep progressing. If not, I just won't. And it's just
you got to start right. You're beholden to me.
Yeah.
Just like I would be beholden to you. It's like, no, I just want to go and start where we left off from in the campaign. Because remember, when we were doing the campaign and stuff, it's not like it was that long. It was just the one campaign that we were doing in different things. But let's say I don't want to fucking wait for you. Not to say that I can't wait for you. But why are you forcing me to do that?
I don't have a problem finding people to play with. I do have a problem with the person that got the progression I want is not playing right now. That's my problem. The guy the person that has the hosting powers to enhance the progression might be doing a 12-hour shift. I don't have a fucking job.
And we don't. And our time, right? We don't have. No, that's not true. You're a professional podcaster. Stop. You're a professional. No, you're a professional content creator. Don't make sure. Listen, subscribe, like the video, leave the comment, and audio comes out on Wednesdays. Thank you. So audio comes out on Wednesday. So listen, man. Don't do that because your time is important. But still, that's the fucking point, though. You're still running on somebody else's but then it becomes that conversation too. It's like what my friends used to tell me. It's like what Turpin and his brother used to tell me about League. Don't go into a League game unless you're ready to play technically up until 45 minutes because sometimes those games could go that fucking long. Just understand. And maybe you get lucky and you get to forfeit and get out of it or surrender or whatever. But the games can go long.
They can go
so long. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, so with this, it's like I have to, like you said, in that situation, we start a game and that person has to leave. Let's say me, you, Money, and my brother are playing. My brother has to go to work. He was the fucking host. We always have to know anybody that basically is on some type of schedule. We have fuck you, you're not hosting. You're not hosting. Literally, we always have to know.
It's gonna come down to that.
You can't host.
The
Sorry.
Money says I'm hosting. I'm gonna say Money, nope. Nah. You ain't hosting because
you ain't hosting.
You got life, and I ain't trying to wait around your life. It's gonna get to that point where we're gonna have to figure out who's hosting because
who's hosting,
or even create a session that it's a consistent one on Mondays at 7:00 at night. We're doing this.
That's what we're getting on.
That's what we're getting on.
Schedule it, make the time.
Because I mean we have other games to want to play, and I can't rely.
Absolutely.
If I'm hosting, and I get on, I might want to play Surgency. Damn right, I'm gonna play Surgency because my game. Yeah. So I know you guys want to pay Back for Blood, but right now I don't. I really don't. So you're gonna have to wait on me to get off my games before we get back on it. And it's crazy because they had a good. I'm still picking.
I'm still playing this game. I'm not, and I don't want. And I know it sounds like a lot of hate. Yeah. No, I'm still playing this game. It just sucks the fact that you're basically forcing me to only play this game with my friends. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's a bad thing, but you are literally deterring single player.
Yeah, it's one of those situations like
I'm fuck you. I don't want to play with Kills sometimes. Sometimes fuck you, Kills. I don't want to fucking play with you.
It's gonna be that situation like I don't want to play co-op, and then Turtle Rock says, "Well, there's no you only can play co-op for progression." Fuck you! Don't tell me what to do. I don't want to play.
Exactly. It's like no.
So
how fucking dare you?
Still picking it up though. It comes out Tuesday. Finally, it comes out Tuesday. We played the beta. We enjoyed it. Comes out Tuesday on all consoles, but it's also on Game Pass Ultimate. You can pick it up on that. So, Chad, let us know what you're doing with Left 4 Dead. For back, well, it might as well be called Left 4 Dead 3, but Back for Blood. You guys still even
Left
after
4 Dead spiritual successor.
There you go. That's the word. That was the phrase I was looking for. But even after this news, are you guys planning on picking it up, playing it? What's going on? If you do, let me know.
Leave a comment.
I'm looking for a host so that the progression continues.
Money might not be reliable. I think that's easy to say right now. Money might not be reliable.
He might not be reliable.
Before we get into the next, because I know there's a few more things we're going to talk about. I got to step out for a second. But so Vamp, talk with the chat. I'll be right back. I promise.
Oh, okay. This is what we call in the business dead air. So, chat, what do you want to talk about? You, money, you're a working man. There ain't no way we're gonna schedule that time around you. All right. So, hi, chat. Who's here, anyways? I don't see many people here, but money's here. Matt's here. Oh, yeah. What do you guys want to talk about? Hmm? Not sponsored, by the way, by Bang. This will be fun at post editing. Dead air. This session is sponsored by Logic leaving my ass on camera. Money, we not studying shit. You're a working man, bro. So it's gonna it's gonna be hard to play on your host if I want to play it at a certain time. Yeah, you are reliable, man. I gotta say when I wake up out of bed and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I turn on my box, you're there. So you are reliable, including Matt. Matt's another one. So I can always turn on my box, and go, oh shit, they're on. Let me hit them up. And Matt, we're long overdue for party chat. But one wait, are you still here? Please tell me you're still here. If you're still here, let me know because I gotta hit you up. I gotta hit you up after the show about a farmer wanting some milk. So please let me know after the chat. After this thing, I need to hit you up. Let's see. What do you guys want to talk about, chat, until the next topic? Because the next topic we got a couple more left, but next topic we got like 2 topics left to end the show with. But what do you guys want to talk about? Um, damn. Let's see. Catching up on the chat. I got my flying down pack on the beta. So, are you used to the flying now on Battlefield, or you still wanted to go back? Because if you're used to it, then that's a good thing because you're my pilot. So, because I know you had mentioned that they need to like either fix it or go back to the way it was or something like that. I'm always hiding offline. Got too many stalkers, Matt. No, I hide offline. You guys know this. I had if you guys don't know this, when I do offline on the Xbox, it's not because I'm hiding. It's because there are lots of times I'm playing a game that like I want to focus on and paying attention. And sometimes being in a party chat is not all it seems like. It's not what I need at the moment. Um, but then when I do jump on, when I open up party chat and I'm online, you guys already know, especially you, Matt, and Nick, you guys already know when you jump and even 108. When you guys jump in the party, it's we just having a ball. So need some fixing, but it's easy. Okay, so it is easy. Did you? I know it was inverted. Did you change it to back like to the normal way? Up is up and down is down, or did you keep it like like the way it should be, which is up down down up? What up, Ink? What up? What up? What up? Matt, let's see. Well, it looks like I was trying to see if One Away was in the chat, but he's not. That's okay. Okay. So far we've covered the topics of Battlefield 2042 beta, Destiny 2 vaulting for the Forsaken side of things, Back for Blood supply points. I know Far Cry 6. I wanted to mention this. Far Cry 6, Metroid Dread, and Alan Wake Remastered is out. Some of you are playing that. Far Cry 6, I want to pick that up, but I'm going to wait for a good sale because UB has done this to me before in the past, and at least in the last 2 years, where I pick up their game at full price when it first launches. Not that they're bad games. I enjoy Ubisoft games, but they literally go on sale here in the States. They go on sale like a month later for Black Friday, and that kind of kills my buzz and they don't go on a $5 sale, like a $5 off sale or $10. They go on 15, $20 sales. And sometimes they even go on these sales where they bundle two games for the price of one and then call it the collector's edition with all the DLCs included. I'm going, whoa, like what's that about? So when it comes to Far Cry 6, I'm waiting for literally the sale to happen. I'm hoping it happens next month in November for the Black Friday here in the States, and I'm almost positive it will. But that's what I'm picking. I'm planning on picking up Far Cry 6 because Far Cry 6 looks like it's fun. It's more of the same, which is not a bad thing for me. I love the Far Cry series. Other than Primal, Primal was not a thing for me, but Far Cry in itself was a good series for me. So I enjoy Far Cry. So I'm waiting for like a sale to go on. If it wasn't that UB had a track record of putting games on sale so soon, I'd pick it up now. But the fact that they're known for taking $20 off like in a month on a game that just came out, I'll wait. And Logic's back. I had nothing else to talk about. All right. Start the next topic. Logic probably fell. Oh, okay.
I'm hopefully Money's fucking looking at this still. Fucking cocksucker.
He don't want to hear me eating with my mic on. That's why he show offline. That's partly true. I don't want to hear Money chomping away at the mic, but I'm the same way. I chomp away the mic, so but I put myself on mute. Respect.
What did I miss?
Oh no, I was just talking about Far Cry 6 because it was something like Metroid Droid.
I saw what's his Esposito?
Yes, yeah.
I saw him. I saw him. He did like this, they made him record.
It's a forced. It's a forced.
It looked a little forced. They made him like, oh hey, can you tweet this or can you record this video real quick?
Yeah, because
excuse me.
When he went to say Xbox, you can see that he kind of almost forgot it was Xbox. He was like, it's out now on the
Xbox. It's Xbox. Just make sure you say Xbox, not
PlayStation. We have marquee rights and say other consoles, say other platforms.
We're the ones paying you right now.
We're the ones paying you. So yeah, we're gonna say Xbox. But no, I was just telling the chat that I'm picking that up. But when it goes on sale, because UB has a thing, man, where they drop a game a month later, literally a month later, $20 comes off of it. And it's like, really? I did that with Valhalla. I bought Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion.
You got to wait because the holiday. Look when the fucking game came out. That'll be one of the games that will be $29. That'll be $39.99 or $29.99 before you fucking know it. Not to say that it's not worth the $60, but why? If you got other games going on right now, and that's not a game that you want to add.
You don't have a backlog. You know what I mean? If you're on Xbox, you have a backlog.
Or the better chance is wait about 3 months to 6 months, and it'll be on fucking Game Pass. I'm not confirmed.
That's my dilemma. I'm thinking if that thing goes on sale for $20 off, do I buy it then or do I wait longer because it just might be on Game Pass? I hate being. That's the part of being an Xbox gamer that's hard, making those kind of decisions. But I did it with last year Valhalla and Legion. I bought both of them full price when they first launched because there's a new gen console. And I'm going, I gotta have these. By the way, shout out to Ubisoft carrying the next gen when they first launched. A lot of people don't give them credit for that. But they launched those two titles, and I'm gonna get them. And literally both titles went on sale Black Friday. Both titles got bundled and sold for $60. And I'm going, are you fucking kidding me? It was a buy one, get one, pretty much. A buy one, get one. So I learned my lesson. I'm gonna wait. You got. I enjoy your games. I'm not one of those who's gonna bash you unless it's. The other thing I hate about UB right now is that they're not bringing out a Splinter Cell. But do I really want this Ubisoft to make?
No, but we're getting a Ghost Recon Battle Royale.
Yay!
That's what everybody. We talked about that. We talked about that last week, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Did we talk about it? I mean, I know we're kind of about. Listen, Ghost Battle Royale, yay!
Yay! Like. It was popping now, Warzone, Fortnite.
And it's first person, so I guess that's the only other thing that would have weirded me out if they did it third person, and then I'd be like, oh, okay, I don't know about that. Like, because even though PUBG was third person originally, it's like I was one of those people that preferred PUBG when it went to first person, when they actually put the first person mode out, because I didn't want to know. I was tired of fucking third peeking and all of that stuff too. So that's the only reason why it's like
problem. With third party, the third peeking thing is like
like you could see everything. It's like
it's annoying. But no, they went ahead and UB right now is just throwing anything on the wall and see what sticks when it comes to Battle Royale. I know they mentioned live service, but it seems like with Hyperscape. And then this X Defiant coming out.
Hyperscape seemed forced. The X Defiant just seems like we ran out of ideas, but let's try to, since we got the Call of Duty guy, let's do a Call of Duty thing ish kind of.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? But not really.
It's like when they came out with Hyperscape and it kind of like it failed. They went back to drawing board and said, what was missing? It was missing characters from our other games. Let's put that in the next free to play trial, right? Oh, you know what else is missing? Let's get the guys from Call of Duty to make it. It's going to be great because they know how to do these things, right?
Yep.
And that kind of it hasn't come out yet, but it's not being received very well. And now they go, you know what? It wasn't that. It's the Ghost Recon world. That's what we got to make a big. See, everybody online is complaining about how big these maps are, right? So it's not that they complain how big they are. They're saying they want battle royale. We get it now. We're gonna give you battle royale Ghost Recon. It's like they're not really listening. But they did mention it's not a secret. They did mention they want to do live service with their games, and this is it. Not a secret.
Yep.
That was actually not a topic we want to talk to, but I'll talk about. But it's TK, yo, TK. I know you're late, but my man, you got a video hit on you out there on YouTube, and I don't know if you're gonna respond to that, but yeah, it's out there, buddy. It's out there. It's hilarious too, but you know it. But anyways, the topic that we're going back to our topics. GTA Trilogy. Yeah. GTA, the worst.
It's the worst kept secret.
Yeah, I even put it there. The worst kept secret in gaming. Like one of the worst kept secrets. Like who didn't know this was coming? Unless you don't have.
So wait, they're deleting older copies being delisted October 11th meeting, but this is coming out soon, right?
The trilogy they haven't.
Because I know we don't get the date, but it's got to be. But if they're taking off,
it's got to be because you're telling me that after the news of GTA Trilogy being coming out. Right after that follows. Oh, and by the way, we delisting October 11th, which is tomorrow. By the way, no, not tomorrow. It's Tuesday. No,
it's tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow 11th, it'll be delisted. That doesn't mean that if you have the copy, you won't be able to play it. That just means that they won't sell it no more digitally, and it won't be produced anymore for stores.
Yep.
Period. So, some people are upset about this because it's like, oh, now you're delisting. It's the same conversation we had about Destiny.
It's a similar conversation only because, but I think if they have, it would be like if, so here's the example actually. You know how we got Mass Effect Trilogy?
Mm-hmm.
But remember how we got remastered?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't delist Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I own those.
That's still there.
That's still there in full in all of its glory. But you know what I mean? But I could understand why they wouldn't want the older copies, especially if they're going to want you to get this bundle to have all three of them, and then if it is, because I didn't see the wording around it or with the announcement, because I think it was just like, I forget, like the quick video and stuff. Did they say it? Were they using remastered terms?
Yes, all three remastered, not remade, remastered.
So it's got to be in its classic glory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we're not getting the coffee thing for San Andreas. So sorry.
No,
yeah, they've already gotten rid of that
coffee mod thing. That's
the coffee mod. Yeah, no, sorry. Hot coffee. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's not going to be in this. But it's like, think of it this way. It's like you go, if you wear glasses like I do, and you go to the eye doctor and you get an exam going every 6 months. It's like you're putting on new glasses. That's what they're doing.
I was like, oh, look, your vision changed.
Your vision changed. So it's one of those things. But my whole thing that it's like, it's a sour taste in the mouth because like, wow, you're taking away the old. I guess what they're doing.
No, but can you download Vice? Like if you own Vice City
right now, you can.
But on, like, let's just say for Xbox, for example, because I own it on the PC, but I don't own it on Xbox. But if you had that digital copy, because I think at one point or another they sold it, and you're still going to be able to play it.
If you have it, you still have access to it.
But it looks like the PS2 version versus this is going to be actually like, I'm assuming like HD textures and stuff, and actually screen too, because even back then we weren't using.
Going to be fitted for new modern stuff.
Right, exactly. I'm excited. That's really cool. Like playing Vice City, that's gonna be cool.
I plan to pick it up. It's all three,
but it's $3. It's Vice City and it's San Andreas. And you're talking about pinnacle. Like everybody talks about 5 and 4. Content. Right, that's another thing. And you're getting what was the content for it technically?
Like San Andreas had the was Tony Gay Tony.
No, that's 4.
That's 4. Sorry, but any DLC that came out with that game 4
was there DLC?
I think that was the only one that had DLC. I don't know if Vice City had DLC.
I'm making faces, but
which is my favorite. Well, we have Matt in the chat, so he's always correct.
Matt, please chime in.
And I mean, we also have we have special people in the chat that know gaming more than us, so they can always correct us.
I think you're misremembering only because I remember 4. No, 4 had Ballad of Gay Tony and had the biker. Remember the biker DLC?
Yeah, it was 2. It was 2 of them.
That's 4.
Okay, so that's 4. Okay,
so GTA 3. This is going to be
episodes.
The episodes of Liberty City. So technically with this, though, you have to think about Vice City and San Andreas, I guess, as because it's the same engine as 3. Yeah. They were, I guess, what would be if we had DLC back then, that would have been your DLC. But they were full-fledged games. You know what I mean? Like those. But Vice City's my favorite because it's Ray Liotta doing the voice.
Yeah.
And there's a few other good voice actors that they got in there. I mean, that they cast like beautifully. But that and then the radio, which if you stream, sorry, sucks for you because that's all fucking DMCA and get fucked. So you better drive around. You better drive around without the music, or when you're inside of a cutscene. When you're inside of a cutscene and they're playing "Take These Broken Wings," and then you can't find, and it's like you're back there, and it's like Scarface because it's a big play on Scarface, obviously, with Vice City. But that was Vice City. Like for me personally, besides 4, because I think 4 is also a really good GTA, but Vice City for me was probably my favorite.
Vice City was top, and then after Vice City, 4. I would say
whereas other people, they're like, they love San Andreas. Why? Because you could go and like eat burgers and fucking work out and like do all that crazy shit, you know. But the fact that you're going to be able to play these in high def and stuff like that on the updated TVs and stuff like, I mean, that's really cool.
You're going back to Miami, fictional California.
Well, we were asking for like a GTA 6. We were asking for like GTA 6 to go back maybe to Miami and do something like that. But I mean, I guess we'll take a trilogy.
They say we're getting that, and I guess this is it right here. So I don't know. So
please, it's gonna be the Half-Life all over again. I'm telling you, GTA 5, we're never getting rid of it. Just be prepared. You're never not seeing a year for at least the next decade that GTA 5 is not gonna be a thing.
That's the new Skyrim, where it's on everything. It's not even on birth
or
control.
It's the new Half-Life.
Half-Life. Yeah. So it's gonna be on almost everything, but I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited. But it's 3 games plus the DLCs that come, the 2 episodes that came with what was it? You said it was not San Andreas, but part 4, right? So with those two, it's $60 for both. They are delisting the older copies. That doesn't mean you won't be able to play them. If you own them,
that's a little high. Wait, they're charging $60 for this?
$60 for all 3 plus the 2 episodes.
You're not getting. Are you Is that confirmed? I don't want to put misinformation out. That's why.
From what and I can find that, but from what I'm getting, let me find that.
Check. Yeah, let's just double check. So let's do our due diligence real quick. Because I literally thought it was just the 3 games.
Hold on, you're gonna get a little pause, chat. I apologize. I'm just checking.
No, it's okay. We'll talk a little bit. Remastered, coming to console, PC. Wait. Oh, this was 8 hours ago. This was VGC saying it could cost $70 according to a retailer. Bro. They try to charge 70. I'm fucking losing it. Did I lose Kills? Hold on. Kills, what happened?
I'm here. It's just
yeah, okay. I think because you're searching up something.
Yeah.
Remastered PC consoles, including Nintendo Switch. Okay, the trilogy includes touched-up versions of 3 Vice City and San Andreas.
So no DLC.
No,
well, hasn't been confirmed.
No, well, according to this is The Verge. It's basically each getting HD remasters. They'll be released in a package called Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy Definitive Edition. Jesus, what a mouthful! Fuck. The collection is coming to PC via the Rockstar Game Launcher, PlayStation, Xbox, and more surprisingly, the Nintendo Switch. We'll host them too. It'll come to iOS and Android in the first half of 2022.
Of course it will.
Pricing and release date info hasn't been shared.
Why would I assume that they were going to have episodes 1 and 2 on that for GTA 4? Why would I?
Okay.
Why would I assume that?
No, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure because we were saying it like.
No. I should have thought. We talking about Rockstar here. I should have thought. Well, they're not going to give us the for our money. They're going to give us the least for our money.
Kills. I'll tell you this much. I'll take a fucking remake GTA 4 right now.
I'm getting it.
I'm saying like No, but I'm saying though, if they actually ended up doing a GTA 4 like remastered,
like a remake, like
GTA 4, where they did the whole with
or
I'll take it.
Not Resident Evil.
That'll shut me up.
Mafia.
Yeah, Mafia definitive. Mafia 1. If they give me a GTA 4 definitive edition with all the DLC, that would shut me up for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. But yeah, this is what's happening with GTA.
But this should be 40. This shouldn't be $60. I'm sorry.
I agree. It should be 40, not 60.
It should be 40, not 60.
Older games. This game's come out.
It might have to. It's gonna wait until it's 40. I'm gonna wait until it's 40.
On the business side, what I'm thinking they're doing is they're delisting it because I mean with Xbox doing auto HDR, FPS boost, which is the easy route to do these things on, they delisting this will make it where it's like. Now you can't have that regional going, but I just could get FPS boost. Why not just do that? Nope, it's not there no more. It's just not there. We simply didn't want to support it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go ahead and remake, and their business. They're gonna try to make money, but I agree. $40 should be the price for this. 40.
It should be
40 to 50. It shouldn't be no $60 or $70 at all, not for games. And I get the whole argument of, well, they're trying to hit the because this was a while ago. These games came out. They're trying to hit those gamers that never experienced this at all. I get that.
That's fine, but you've made your money hand over fucking fist.
And you're still making it with the latest GTA.
And if you put it at $40, everybody and their mother, even the people that already, it's just like the people that go back and buy GTA 5 different times because that's been the only game that's been out for the last 8 years. So you think people won't buy it? I think it's more attractive at 40. It's not attractive at 60 because I played that game. Yeah, I enjoy it. But I rather wait until it gets a price cut.
You're coming off this negative press with people going, man, when are we going to get another GTA 6 where it's at?
It's always negative press because
they're launching GTA Remastered, the latest one, 5 Remastered this year. Like you're launching that
on current gen, currently right now.
And you're charging for that. So it's like, wow, like cheers. Give us some type of good news. Yeah, I get you're a business, but then you don't have to rate me over the coals, really. That's
what the fuck, man?
Wow, like give my wallet a break.
Wop.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah. And people wonder why we like paying $15 a month or not paying $15 a month for a service that gives us a whole bunch of fucking games.
I was about to say
at no additional cost.
I love my services because of those reasons. Hopefully we get like a Ubisoft service, like UB Plus that they got. Hopefully that comes.
They have Uplay. If Xbox locks up Uplay,
that'd be awesome.
Because I was this close to getting Assassin's Creed Odyssey the other day because it was on sale. It was like on a stupid sale on Steam. Close because I love Odyssey. I love Odyssey, and it was the gold edition, so that means that it had fucking everything. But I'm like, no, why am I going to do that to myself? There's too many fucking. I'm not going to do that. It's cool because it's one of those games where it's like, cool, I own it, so whenever I want to, I'll go back to play it. But I'm just not going to do it to myself because there's still other games. It's like every time I try to think about like getting a new game, I'm like, there's so many other games I should be playing right now. Why am I going to do that? That's why the service route, man. Love it.
That's why the service works, man.
Love it.
Love it, but it works because it saves us in the long run. It saves us money. I find myself playing a lot of things on that. Man, Back 4 Blood's about to come out, so I'm playing that shit. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, yeah. No, I'm sorry if you had.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. This next one, real quick, and this probably be the last one for the day. Real quick though, we've already touched about this and talked about this. This is like an update. But yeah, the SSDs. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago we talked about it. The Seagate that was we heard noise because there were SKUs popping up for a 512 gigabyte Seagate SSD, but the proprietary one for Xbox. And also it was a 2 terabit as well too that they were making external.
Yeah.
It was a 1 terabit. I think there was a 1 and a 2 technically, but external. But we already know the proprietary one, the Seagate one. They had the 1 terabit out. It's $220 USD right now. You go to buy it.
Which constantly goes on sale.
And it does constantly go on sale. But we talked about this. We said we hope that they would have did a little bit more, that hopefully the rumors weren't true, that it was a gigabyte, maybe 2 gigabytes. No, 512 gigs. We didn't get a price, but basically the picture that was showed, I think I bookmarked it, but literally it was somebody unboxing them, from like what looked like, and they were about to put them on a shelf, and they were next to each other. And it was the Seagate one, the proprietary drive, the 512, and the other one. So they're basically out there in the wild.
No official pricing, but
the rumor pricing, I think we were looking at, what was it, 160 for the 512 gigs? Yeah. And then the external, and what's crazy, that external 1 terabit, it shouldn't be, it's what's fucked up is that because it's not an SSD, that thing's going to end up probably being cheaper.
Yeah.
That thing they might charge more for it, but realistically, that thing shouldn't be more than $100.
I'm interested in the pricing on that because the 512 is the one that we're used to now. The 1 tera, for those who don't have it, is the one that pops in like the memory card, and then you have the external 1 tera, so it's double, but external.
But not for the price that they're trying to. Yeah, I
want to see the prices though. It's interesting because
if the 2 terabit drops down in price, all right. Because that's the only thing that would make the 2 terabit has to drop down in price now, unless they're just going to try to hold it at that same thing. Because since the Xbox
about the 1 terabit that's out now,
the 2. No, I'm sorry, that's what I meant. I apologize. The 1 terabit Xbox proprietary drive that's out right now, I think that should drop.
That has to drop in price. Like I'd rather. We already spoke about this. It's just an update, but I'd rather they come out with a 2 tera like that, and then drop the 1 tera and keep the 2 tera at the
These
price of 1 tera
games
is
are
at right now.
too fucking big.
I don't think and Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have a necessity for it. Maybe some of you have it, but I don't on some of you. I don't think a 512 gigs, it's kind of far fetched for me, because we're thinking about, we just talked about it, Call of Duty. 500 gigs for a Call of what was like the game that they just Marvels, 103 gigs.
Yeah, it was 80, right, without the other deal. I didn't even see the other DLC, but base install was 83 gigs base for
I
one
installed
game.
all of it, so it was like 103 or something like
Destiny's base install on the Xbox is about 80 gigs.
Yeah, the games are not
These
small.
fucking games aren't small. You think Battlefield, when Battlefield comes out, that's a small fucking install? Back for Blood might be small, but like these are
Yeah.
like the full-fledged AAA games and stuff like that. Halo, how big do you think fucking Halo's gonna be?
That thing would be gigantic. Fucking gigantic. And my son's in the chat.
Gigantic or gigantic?
No, gigantic.
Oh, okay.
That's how Florida
is that bigger than gigantic?
That's bigger than gigantic, but it's gigantic.
Okay, gigantic. Got it.
Say the G, gigantic.
I
just made up a word.
That's okay.
But I don't know. 512 to me, it just seems irrelevant when it comes to the size of the game nowadays. I know we have a friend.
It's paperweight. It's paperweight, dude.
Frez is like in between. It's going, I don't know. I don't want to spend 220 on something, but I need it. Like he's in that in between, and he's looking to see how that 512 is going to come out. And I literally said, it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth it. You're gonna pay maybe $20 less or $40 less for something that's half the size.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. And his thing is always wanting to get he needs big size, right? And he always wants the latest thing. And I'm not like, well, that's the thing. If you're going for the latest thing, you're always gonna, so it's gonna be something always latest coming out. Next year we got the Gen 5 is coming out for SSDs for the NVMe's. Gen 5 are coming out. Those are gonna be hundreds of dollars. You think this is expensive? Those will be more expensive. But the thing is, there's nothing in the market right now that takes advantage of that.
The only reason why this is the price that this is because it's a proprietary drive.
Correct.
And that's just it's basically it's an SSD drive that's got shrunk down, and it's basically just the chip itself, and it got put inside what basically is a PS2 fucking memory card. Okay? And here it is. And here's your storage. But it's just as fast, and here's the benefit. It works just like the internal hard drive on your Xbox, which you already know. And when I mean Xbox, I mean your Series S and your Series X.
Yeah.
You already know the speeds on that hard drive. It's pretty fast.
Yep.
Those games load pretty freaking quick on them.
When that Gen 5 comes out, the NVMe Gen 5s, there's nothing in the console side of things that's going to take advantage of that. It's still going to do the same thing your Gen 4 is doing now. The biggest thing it'll take advantage of is 8K formats or 8K content.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing
Nobody's
in
out there yet.
Console world. There's nothing 8K yet. It's really nothing really out there. Even the monitors, the TVs, 4K is not a thing yet in people's homes.
It's not saying it's
believe it or not,
to
as
this
much
day.
as you hear it on Twitter and social media and 4K this and OLEDs that.
Yeah.
That is not it is not 4K is not available in everybody's home. As cheap as it is in stores, and we think it's cheap, for us it's cheap, but there's a lot of people who don't own 4K.
Listen, come to me when that LG CX for just the for what is it, the 55 I think it was, is it 1300?
1300 now.
And that's the OLED. It kind of dropped, but that's still, listen, 1300. I mean, people will say like, oh, that's nothing, 55, and then you got other people like, oh, I want a 70, I want an 80, and it's like, yeah, good luck paying $2,300, $2,400 for a TV.
Listen, some people can't justify 1300 for a TV.
Not for a TV that that has the 120 that you're going to get Dolby. But this is the thing: the LG CX, especially for your Xbox users, you're going to get 4K 60, 4K 120, and Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision.
And you're getting all of that. Just gaming market.
No, right? Absolutely. I'm just saying, yes.
Cable television that doesn't offer and take advantage of Dolby Vision and Dolby sounds and all that stuff. They don't like.
But for the adult gamer, I'm just saying for the adult gamer, the gaming, like for that perspective, because we know people. That's what I mean. Like, I mean, the TVs now, the Samsungs, they're coming with AMD FreeSync. Yeah, why? Nobody's who's fucking plugging a computer in there. It's for the no, it's FreeSync, which is
outside of the gaming world, my mom will know that. My wife won't know.
But when it gets advertised inside the Best Buy, when you walk inside of the Best Buy and you see and you go next to the TV and then it says AMD FreeSync. You say, well, why is that important? And then they tell you because they were told and trained to tell you that, when you plug in an Xbox, It works really well.
People like my wife and mom, you just got to tell them it's the newest thing and they'll buy it. Like you don't have
Right.
to explain to them that they're that consumer.
Yeah.
But there are consumers out there that goes, no, you got to explain to me what that FreeSync does.
Yeah.
Show me. I want to
That's
see
me.
a visual. Show
Right.
That's me. If I'm a gamer, so when I know what it does, but I want to see it. Like
Yeah.
I know I've been hearing about it and it's a buzzword to me, but show me what I mean. What OLED? What's the difference between OLED and what I ended up getting, which is my LG?
Yeah, why is it
Nano.
OLED? Why does everybody say OLEDs have deeper blacks? What does that even mean? Fucking deeper blacks? Like I don't
I'll
picture
explain
like
that to you.
oh, so you mean the colors are brighter? Because when somebody says deeper blacks, nobody understands like in TV terminology, like deeper. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to literally go in like no, it just means the color pops because
It
like
pops
when
more,
you
and
see
the
a black
levels.
pixel, it's
Yeah.
true. It's black.
Yeah.
There's no other color. There's no white light behind it. There's no like no. So then when you see like somebody put a fucking rose or some type of
You
color,
see the
it's
row.
vibrant. The vibrancy, you see it for what it is. You know, looking at an OLED, when you're staring at an OLED, it is like one of the most majestic fucking things, especially when it's just the promos. Yeah. It's not even. It doesn't even have to be like a movie or something like that. But if you're watching a movie,
let's not pretend they don't put a video in their video package.
Or no, they show like the Mandalorian. Like imagine like think of like any sci-fi or space thing where like you're going in space, and sometimes it's like oh you see the stars and stuff like that, but when you really see those shots, you're like holy shit.
Yeah.
Like it's dark. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So
yeah, it is. I mean, I ended up getting the LG Nano, so that was my choice.
That's cool. I think that's the one that my dad has the Nano.
I love it. I mean, I have my personal reasons why I got it, but I love the LG Nano Cell, and I have the opportunity of getting either the Nano Cell or the OLED, the LGCX. And I went with for me the Nano Cell made just more sense to me.
But the Nano Cell has FreeSync.
It has FreeSync, yeah. So when I played like Valhalla when it first came out, that screen tearing was reduced by a whole lot. Yep. Because of the FreeSync, and a lot of people didn't realize what the hell FreeSync was.
And they also have the game modes too, so there's no input delay. You're not getting the game mode. That's another thing. It's automatically just it detects that you have a system plugged in, and there is no input delay between like you moving the controller and then something happening on the screen. It's fucking 1-to-1, you know. But a couple of years ago, that wasn't the thing. You had only a handful of monitors, or a handful of TVs had them, and you had to know what TVs had them. Yep. You know, that's why I never understood years ago when people used to say, "Oh, I'm gaming on my TV." How?
How are you doing?
And this is like how? Because
I gamed for years on a monitor. For years on a monitor because
always small content. Just I don't need anything. My dad now he's got a fucking 40. His monitor is a 43-inch, one of those the BFG. BFD, I forget what they call them. The big fucking screen. They call it whatever. It's an NVIDIA screen, but it's made by Asus.
Okay.
And it's got 4K, 144 hertz. The whole thing, 1000 nit panel. It's a 1000 nit panel. HDR. That's what it is. HDR 1000 or HDR 10. The highest, but the highest nits.
Well, now it's
on
Dolby
the bright,
Vision,
but the highest nits on the brightness and shit. And he's playing, and he's got his PC hooked up to it. He's got a big 9-foot desk.
I prefer Dolby 10 or HDR 10. Sorry, over.
Well, they're the competing. Thing.
I know
so you have the Dolby Vision part, and then the HDR 10 thing, and it's like.
I don't know, chat. Tell me if you guys experience Dolby Vision. If it may be me, I may gotta check my eyes or check the TV or whatever. But it feels like when I drop a game in there, like my son was doing playing it, he's playing. It looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it seems like it's darker. Yeah. Like it's not popping. Like the colors are dull and like it's not calibrated. And I'm going. I don't know if that's maybe that they didn't calibrate the game too. Because when I play Netflix
not all the games have. I was gonna say not all the games have the HDR setting tuned properly, but some of them, and then it depends from the console. Yeah, so it could just be that.
When I'm watching like anything on Netflix, which by the way, Squid Games. And it has Dolby Vision on it.
Or use anything Apple TV. When you have an Apple TV hooked up to it, it's good. Yeah.
I see the difference. I can literally flick the HDR and Dolby Vision on my TV, so I see the difference. But with some games, like it gets darker. I'm like, this is not cool. Like I don't want darker. I want lighter. I want pop.
Yep.
My son was the one that's been playing. I mean, when he was in the room, and he loves the shit. Like he loves it. He's like, oh my god, like this looks a whole lot better. To the point where he's trying to negotiate with me, trying to get my TV. And he's like, if I buy you the next 4 games, can I have? Nope.
They're like, yeah, tell him as soon as I get to hook up to your fucking fiber optic.
Let me get your fiber.
Let me get the fiber, and then maybe we can talk. Shit.
But yeah, man.
Anything else to close out?
That's it, man. We covered enough today. We covered Battlefield Beta, Destiny 2 vaulting, Back 4 Blood supply points issues. GTA Trilogy, we spoke about the SSDs that are in the wild now. That's going to be a thing. Far Cry 6, I see everybody's enjoying that. I can't wait to play that myself. Metroid Dread, whether you're playing it on PC, or console. That's great. Alan Wake Remastered is out.
Yeah.
That's something I'll certainly be playing down the road. I got the original one, but I want to see how the remastered look.
Yep.
But we covered a lot today. We covered a lot. I have nothing else. And then the content that I was talking about that's on the channel now. For those who joined late, I did talk at the top of the show. I did talk about new content that we have added to our channel. And one of those you already know, which is the midweek. There we go. Thank you for that. The midweek on Wednesdays, midweek updates. That's just a little 5 to 10 minute video of what's going on during the week. And I'll drop that every Wednesday. On Wednesday as well, the live pods that come out on Sundays will be on your traditional listening platforms like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. These we be releasing on Wednesdays. The newest thing I introduced was Friday's Community Spotlight with the weekly guests. That's the Creative Corner. I call it Creative Corner because this is open to anyone that wants to have a one-on-one sit down with me for 30 minutes, and it could be about anything. It could be about being a content creator. It could be about life. It could be about anything. Sports. It could be about anything. But I've already had one drop. I premiered on this past Friday with Big V. Shout out to Big V again. Well received. Feedback was great. I enjoyed that conversation. And I wanted to continue. It actually did continue afterwards. And then I already have the other one loaded up for this Friday. You guys, I can't wait for you guys.
Hey, you know what we're gonna do? You set up the Patreon, and then if they want the extra 30, if they want the extra 30 minutes, you go into the Patreon, baby. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I like that.
That's it. We waited long enough. No more bullshit. Keep subbing, but you want extra content?
You pay for that.
Fucking pay for it.
And then
support this fucking channel.
The one I got coming next Friday, you guys will definitely enjoy that one. You guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna be. It's a face review first and foremost. So you're gonna get a face review on next Friday. I'm teasing it right now. It went over 30 minutes. It went over 30 minutes. So there's that. It was interesting. The conversation was awesome. It premieres on Friday, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. And I already have so many people reaching out to me saying, "Can I do one of those with you?" And I love that, because when we first started, we was talking about supporting the community, giving back. And we understood that having you guys come on the shows is one thing, but then we'll just be talking about whatever the week is talking about. But having it separated and talking one-on-one would allow it to be focused on you guys, not the show.
I'm gonna let you get a few under your belt before I come and barge in. By the way,
I'm working that one up. I'm working that one. By the way, he's been denying my request. I've been asking this guy to come on the show for quite some time.
Bullshit.
Where am I looking at? Hold on. Where am I looking at? Hold on. As you guys know, I've been asking this man here to come on this show.
Who?
One-on-one. Me and Logic over here. There's
bullshit.
Talk about life. And
I talk to you enough throughout the week. That's it. That's all you fucking get. You get 2 hours on a Sunday and the occasional time that I want to play video games with you. After that, go fuck yourself. That's it. You're fucking lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky.
See what I get? This is extra stuff, you guys. I was supposed to hit end stream, but he's still talking. But no, really. Like, this is something I want to continue doing. And if you guys want to do this, let me know. I'm as easy as getting on a DM or something and whatever. I would love to have TK on there. I would love to have Matt. Come on, man. I need you on there too. And it does not have to be with a camera, guys. It don't have to be a camera. It could be just your voice, as long as you are comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with it. Turpin, we know what we're doing with you. But we want to get you on as well. So, and I know a couple of others that already hit me up. But that's what I have working on. The controller situation, the giveaway, that is still a thing.
Yo, we're closer than ever. I'm gonna
217 subs.
Yeah, man.
We started at 214 opening the show. I don't know how we got 3 more. I don't know who likes us.
I think Zamatos is pushing us out, man.
He's pushing us out.
He's doing some shit.
Failed from Fords is pushing us out. Oh man, I appreciate that. But we are at 217.
Take him off my hands. You know what? That's fine. It's okay. I didn't want to fucking play League with you tonight anyway. Don't worry about it.
Who's that, Turpin?
Don't worry about it. Take him off my hands. Your brother likes me more anyway. You fuck. It's fine. It's all right.
Trust me, I've been trying, man. It's
all right.
Not that easy. TK, I need that one-on-one with you, baby. With that stuff going on, I need that one-on-one, baby. Give me that exclusive, please. Other than that, man, the controller situation, we're at 217. You already know 250 subs is what gets the controller going. They behind me. My son is reaching for them every single time. I got to keep slapping his hands. I
Word.
already kicked him out the house once for a PlayStation for him liking PlayStation. I'll do it again if he wants to open these controllers. I have no qualms. But other than that,
it really be your own family. It really be your own.
It'd be your own, and he's watching too. So
shout out to everybody that's still here with us, man. Like if you're literally still here at the fucking 1 hour 59 minute and 23 seconds. Shout out to you. Thank you.
Man.
Shout out to and just real quick too, and we'll do it at the end. Shout out to everybody, and I'm gonna start doing it in the beginning of the show, but with our shout outs. Shout out to longtime listeners. Shout out to first time listeners. Shout out to our visual listeners on YouTube. Shout out to your Google podcast, your Apple podcast, your Spotify podcast. Everybody through Anchor. Thank you, Anchor. Anybody that listens to the audio when we upload it on Wednesdays, thank you guys. We really appreciate it, man.
It's a bang.
It's not sponsored yet. He's got the bang. I got the Red Bull. It's it's what it is.
It's a bang and Red Bull.
Listen, you know what it is. Where you know what it is. We're curating. So that's what it is actually. So when they come to us for the brand deal, then we get to make an informed decision.
Because just like our show, it flies like Red Bull and it bangs like the drink. So that was bad. We'll work on that.
We'll work on that one.
Yeah, we'll work on that. But no, man, that's it, man. We have those 2 controller giveaways at 250. That's still happening.
Yep.
I will keep updating you every single week. I love you guys. Thank you for the energy. Shout out to the chat for those, like Logic said, coming in from the beginning, from the middle, from the end. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
And for the support on Twitter and social media. I appreciate you guys. We do things a little different here. We like talking games and we like talking our shit a whole different way, but we love it, man, because you guys are in here and you guys are always welcome back. Like I always say every single fucking week, happy fucking gaming, everybody.